the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, you gems, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. And we're starting your day with a view of notes.
Oh,
look at that.
Wow.
That's your reason to feel good early in the morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good morning, guys.
Good
I love the time of the year where we actually get to be outside at the start of the show. It's beautiful.
And the sun is actually rising. Normally we do half the show in darkness.
It's here.
And we're going to savor every second of it. I know a lot of matrics thinking about what they're going to do when they leave school. A lot of parents thinking about that as well. This morning we're going to help you bridge that gap between the world of work and school with a practical tool, the Future Me app, that helps you build your CV, that helps you learn about yourself, get purpose in your life. An amazing new tool. And we know that South Africa has incredibly high unemployment. And this is a way that we can practically do it for ourselves. So learners, you better take note.
Definitely take all of the notes that you can. I mean, what an incredible weekend we had. We started off our meals for Mandela in honor of Madiba's centenary that took place. We put the call out there and asked you to come and help us pack meals. The 50,000, the first 50,000 was successfully done. We'll bring you highlights from what happened at Kenilworth.
Record time.
That is.
And I also loved following all of the action on social media. It was brilliant.
Awesome.
Man.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Well, look, we're also making it magical. It's a magical Wednesday, and dogs are all the magic you need to get into the week or the midweek. We're talking about these dogs that have united for a possum course. I can't wait to see what that is.
Pause and think about it.
Pause and think about
really
it
is
and do a little bit of dancing. Man, there's definitely a mixed bag of things you can expect this morning. We're also going to introduce you to our musical guests this morning. They are Gear, and they are ready to make your Wednesday morning simply pawsome. Just like that. Simply pawsome. Let's go grab yourself a cup of coffee, hot chocolate, whatever you fancy. Enjoy the beautiful morning with us. But yeah,
You know, the funny thing is, when I see this view, I've got honestly about 1,000 photos of this vista, and I don't know what I'm going to use it for. If I'm going to maybe release the Graham Coffee Table book of sunrises of Signal Hill or something, but it really is amazing.
But you know what?
So
every time you take a photo, it looks different, even though it looks exactly the same. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm a bad photographer.
Don't worry.
I love it.
You make it all look the same.
Man, well, I do hope that you are enjoying that view with us this morning. Right, we are now ready to kickstart your Wednesday morning into gear. It's going to be an amazing one. It's going to be a feel-good one. Stick around with us. Here's Leanne with your news headlines.
Very good morning to you at home. This is what's happening in the news. In the national news this morning, Statistics South Africa's countrywide 2018 census for commercial agriculture has started. Some 600 field staff have been deployed to visit commercial farms in various parts of the country to establish the number and size of farms and crop types being grown in different areas. The census will run until June 2019. The census seeks to help Statistics South Africa obtain a full picture of commercial farming, its contribution to the economy, as well as how many people the sector employs. The census is conducted every 10 years. The MEC for Agriculture in Northwest Province, Manketsi Tlhape, says there is a need for more food security projects. Tlhape encouraged residents to become involved in farming and to have backyard gardens for food security. She was speaking at the World Food Day commemoration, which was held at Schweitzer Reneke in the Northwest. World Food Day is celebrated annually by some 150 countries that are UN member states. Tlhape also emphasized that there was a need for more food security projects in mostly disadvantaged rural areas, as that would help many impoverished people. Now moving further abroad, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed yesterday unveiled a downsized cabinet of which half the members are women. Women occupy key positions in the 20-member cabinet that includes a newly created Ministry for Peace to oversee the federal police and intelligence agencies. The new Minister of National Defense, Aisha Mohammed, is the first female to hold the post. The Minister of Peace, Muferiat Kamil, is the former Speaker of Parliament. The shake-up is the latest in a series of dramatic reforms implemented by Abiy since he took office in April, after more than 2 years of anti-government unrest. And then finally, Rembrandt's masterpiece, The Night Watch, will undergo a year-long multi-million euro overhaul at Amsterdam's Rijksmuseum under the full gaze of the public, its general director said yesterday. The unique project will allow art lovers to see the masterpiece restored to its full glory in a huge bulletproof glass cage. Over the last 3.5 centuries, the world-famous painting has endured several moves in Escape from the Nazis in World War II, when it was hidden in a cave. Of course, a disturbed man slashed it 12 times in 1975, and then in 1990, another man sprayed acid on it. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Time for us to take our very first look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here is Graham Richards.
Well, possibly still on a high from the first encounter between the two sides and an absolutely dominant performance. Bafana's failure in front of goal once again let them down in the return leg of their AFCON qualifying campaign encounter with the Seychelles last night. 20 shots on goal. Of those, only 4 were on target, despite enjoying 75% of the ball throughout that encounter. It ended 0-0, but still on balance. South Africa looking strong at the top of Group E. Looking at some of the other qualifying results coming out of our AFCON. Yesterday, Egypt beat Eswatini 2-0. Nigeria edged out Libya 3-2, while Namibia beat Mozambique 1-0. Then a little further afield in the UEFA European League, of course, in the battle of the World Cup champions, it was Les Bleus, France, that came out on top against Germany. At Stade Francais, Germany looked on course to, I think, clinch a much-needed win as they went through on a Toni Kroos penalty. But the home side came back strong, securing victory thanks to an Antoine Griezmann brace, the second of which also a penalty. When we look at the Nations League, other results coming out of last night's action: Wales beating the Republic of Ireland by a 0-0, while Armenia thrashed Macedonia 4-0. Then finally on to cricket. Proteas batsman JP Duminy will sadly have to undergo surgery on his right shoulder, and that'll see him miss out the inaugural Mzansi Super League launching later today, and of course the Proteas tour of Australia. Duminy was set to serve as the marquee player for the Cape Town Blitz in the Mzansi Super League, but an injury he picked up during the Proteas series against Zimbabwe will now see him out for an extended period of time. So we send him all our best. In the Mzansi Super League squads, they're going to be decided today as the players' draft takes place in Johannesburg. We'll bring you a little bit more on that story later this morning, so stay tuned.
Right, let's quickly take a first look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Wednesday. It's a beautiful day in the Mother City. We've also asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world, maybe a beautiful sunrise picture. And we've received a picture this morning from Eberl Joseph. Eberl, thank you very much. You sent us an amazing picture overlooking the ocean from Kalk Bay in Cape Town. Beautiful part of the Mother City there, that side. Eberl, you can expect cloudy conditions today with a bit of a breeze traveling up 24 kilometers per hour, reaching a maximum of 19 degrees a little bit later on. But it looks absolutely stunning. What a way to wake up, Eberl. Thank you very, very much. But please continue sending your pictures. Maybe you have a beautiful sunrise this morning. Maybe you took one already. Post those pictures on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. With regards to your temperatures going into your Wednesday, Polokwane is starting off on 14, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Mandela 12-19 with some thunder showers expected. Pretoria 14-28. Johannesburg 11-27. Mahikeng 13-30. Klerksdorp 11-29. Kimberley 10 minimum, reaching a high of 27. Bloemfontein 6-24. Richards Bay on a 13 minimum, reaching a maximum of 18, and rain expected. Rain pulling through for Pietermaritzburg as well, 10 minimum, reaching a high of 13. Durban 16 and a maximum 18, with also some rain expected. Mthatha 8-13. East London 10-17. Cradock 5 and a high of 19. Port Elizabeth 11-18. George on 10 minimum, reaching a high of 17 degrees. Sutherland 6 and a high of 20. Cape Town 12-22, Worcester 10-24, Springbok 15 and a high of 28, Uppington starting off on 15, reaching a nice and hot maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 6 o'clock bulletin. I'll be back in half an hour's time. We'll take a look at your weather once again, as well as your traffic.
Well, let's get your morning underway. I think we're all busy really getting our coffees, and of course, Tabiso, you're about to get yourself a nice treat.
I need a croissant, please. Breakfast. It's time, princess. Did I call you breakfast?
No, it's certainly breakfast time, that's for sure. When we get back, we'll take a look at a fantastic platform. It's called Future Me. It's a brand new app that is there to help the youth and bridge that work, the youth entering into the work environment, and we'll get to touch down on that a little bit later.
That's right. Also, a bit of entertainment throughout your morning on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Gia is in the studio, and you get to know her a little bit better after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3, where the stage is yours. Now, we live in a world that is constantly changing, and life seems to be getting faster and faster by the day. So as we welcome today, the 17th of October, we take a look at what happened in history on this day.
And a very, very interesting day. On this day in 2003, the pinnacle was fitted on the roof of Taipei 101, which is a 101-floor skyscraper in Taipei, making it the tallest high-rise in the world.
Oh, wow.
101 floors.
Oh, wow. Well, this one has to be a standout one. I'll never forget it in the history of sports and doping. In 2012, Lance Armstrong lost a host of endorsements when his doping scandal hit the papers.
And it was a big scandal indeed.
Story. Yeah.
Well, also on this day in 2008, Sachin Tendulkar became the highest run scorer ever in Test cricket, beating Brian Lara record and passing 12,000 runs against Australia in Mohali.
Oh, wow. History, history, history. That's our bite-sized dose of history. Seize the day and make it one for the books.
So something I'm incredibly excited about. Obviously, we here in Expresso have the opportunity to engage with young learners, people who are destined for television, but I stand to be corrected. When we look at the unemployment rate in South Africa, and it's just come out reported at 38.2%, as a parent, that is terrifying. It certainly is an alarming thing. But of course, there are people that are creating very practical tools to tackle this head on. And Future Me is a social enterprise on a mission to address the youth unemployment crisis. And I'm going to call it that here in South Africa, with a completely new and unique and pretty inspiring work program aimed at high school learners specifically. Joining us in studio to tell us a little bit more about their inspiring work are both Managing Director Nikki Van Hill and Executive Director Ursula Cooper. Two incredible human beings who I've had the opportunity to engage with, as we engaged with the learners, as they engaged with the world of work at our first big kind of wow World of Work Expo. But if I can start with the dark truth, and there some of our learners, this at Crystal House, we actually had some of the Crystal House learners here at Expresso yesterday, and they loved it. But I've got to ask, where did this begin? 2 years you guys have been working on this specifically, but you've been working in the field now for quite a long time. Why bring this all together in this way to tackle this head on?
I think Graham, Ursula and I have been management consultants for a very long time, working with businesses across every sector in South Africa, looking at the challenges they have from a talent point of view and the stress that they're looking at in terms of where do they get the future for their businesses. And we both also have a big heart for our country, and looking at it both as parents, looking at it going, as you quite rightly said, for our children, if this is what we're leaving behind, we're in trouble. Let's make a difference. Let's look at something that can actually really have impact and bring all different players, teachers, learners, companies, all together to actually make a real difference in this space.
I think of all the projects in this space that I've seen, it's the scale that this is being launched on, and the fact that you've got that dynamic, that it's there for the learners, but for companies as well, in a very real way. But it uses a very unique blended learning approach that is teaching kids purpose as they go through this journey, while they're also building a CV. How does that blended learning approach actually play out through the app specifically?
Well, Graham, our app has a CV building component to it. So we teach our learners how to build their personal brand on the app. So we take them through the steps of building a CV, and they think about things like what their purpose is, what their skills are, what their dreams are. On the one side, so they have this a CV that then markets them to potential corporates. Corporates each have a page where they can market themselves as an employer brand, because the skills crisis impacts the corporates as much as it does the unemployed youth. And they're able to showcase themselves as employers and particular careers in their industry.
Maybe on a personal level, getting into why you've built this in this particular way. Why was it necessary to empower through the process of building a CV? Because it's not just about them being able to represent themselves, but also learn about themselves.
Absolutely. I think we're absolutely passionate about the only way people are going to really make a difference and find their own space in the world is to know themselves. So the CV might be the output, but actually the process that they go through to build a really good CV is learning about themselves and getting to know, who am I? What makes me tick? What am I interested in? What are my values? What is my vision for my future? What are my goals? Those kinds of things, as much as you put them on a CV, but the process of learning
It's got to really matter.
that.
It's got to be authentic. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's about finding out who you are on that journey. And you might be 40. We probably don't really know so well as to,
I still haven't built my CV. I'm thinking now, well, what's on my CV? What would I want to have on there? There's something very powerful about living with purpose. There's something, I think maybe just a precious few get to actually be able to do that. But if you don't know, then how can you do that? When you look at the World of Work Expo, and we had a little TV stand there, we were kind of introducing kids, but why do you think it is that there is this massive disconnect between the actual world of work and what's needed and kids leaving school, and how do we leap forward? A quantum leap is needed, clearly.
I think so many young people don't have hope anymore. And the reason for Future Me starting in high school is that we found through our research that this is where things go wrong. There are a lot of programs for unemployed youth once they've finished school, but in high school, in that vulnerable high school period where kids are trying to find role models, and they look in the circumstances they're living in where they don't find positive role models, they just give up. And then when they finish school, they go into jobs just to earn a bit of money and look after their families or look after the cash crisis they're going through. But there isn't the sense that I can be passionate about something and there is a career for me. because they have no role models and they have no examples of successful people that they can then model their behavior on.
Well, you've got a studio full of mentors and role models here. Guys proved to me yesterday just how much they care about their industry and making sure that they pass that mantle on. But from my brief experience working in the space, it's been some of the most inspirational work that I've ever done. So thank you so much for opening that world to me. We've got you. We are behind you. We're going to try and get as many young kids into their careers as possible. And I love the fact that all it starts with is futureme.org.za. Go there, start building your CV. I might actually sign up and start building my CV again and find my true purpose. But Nikki and Ursula, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Graham.
Oh, thank you so much, Dee. Time for us to get into meeting our artist this morning, and she is a multidisciplinary artist. We'll get into just how multi she is, because Sister Friend is doing everything. But before we do that, let's make some noise for Gia, everybody. Hey. Wow. I was going through your CV this morning. I was like, whoo, ciao. I can't wait for us to get into it, but we want to play a little bit of a game with you, can we?
Wow, okay.
This is how we introduce you to the show. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. You're looking fabulous.
Thank you.
So tick off the box. Now it's time for us to get to know you. So we're going to give you some rapid fire questions. 60 seconds to answer all of these as quickly as possible. Shall we go for it? Okay, time on the clock, beginning now. What is your favorite hobby?
At the moment, I'd have to say dancing.
Dancing, okay. Dream collaboration?
Ooh, tricky.
Tricky? You want to perform with Tricky?
Yeah.
Okay,
tricky.
Cool. Texts or calls? Which one?
Calls.
Calls. Summer or winter?
Winter.
The most important object you own?
Ooh, my mic.
Your mic. Oh, I love this. Favorite app on your phone? Ooh.
Instagram.
Instagram, I hear you. Live by the beach or a cabin in the woods?
Cabin in the woods.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Favorite South African musician?
Ooh.
Tricky again.
Hate me? No. I'm going to go with... I've got so many floating through my head right now. I'm going to go with Zane Wolf.
Okay, Zane Wolf, we've got it. Career if you weren't a musician?
I'd probably go back to graphic designing.
Very nice. Now, if you have to relive one day in your life forever, which day would you choose?
This day.
This day. Oh, I love it, Gia, everybody. Your answers are just so politically correct. I love it. Oh, awesome. So good having you on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, I did mention multidisciplinary, and when I looked at your body of work, I see there's graphic design. You had some time in digital media. You did street art. You did performance. You have done theatre. You've done television. Like, what's this journey been like for you?
It's been crazy. It's been long. I started off as a graphic designer and apprentice as an art director, and I spent about 10 to 12 years in advertising, and then still freelance after that, and got into performing and singing and a little bit of acting, and created a cabaret for theatre, cabaret show. I have a corporate band called The Fizz, and we do a lot of corporate work at gigs. And still pushing, still doing this, still trying to make it. My dream was always to create my own music, though. And the whole journey has been a process to get to that point. And it's been a long journey. And it's taken 4 years to complete my EP, but it's finally there.
It's crazy. I think a lot of people look at artists like you in the industry and they think this is an overnight thing. They think it's just happened. You just fell into it. They don't realize that it's years and years in the making. Is singing the thing that you want to focus on the most now? Is this you living your passion?
Yes, I find that I'm always pulled back to music. I do have a very strong interest in acting as well, but I need both. I need that balance, you know. I love creating. It's actually my main thing. It's creating. That's how I used to paint and designing. It always comes back to creating, and music is an outlet to create, though, and that's what I love about it.
I love it. Well, that's what we love about you, and we can't wait to hear you perform a little bit later on. Gia, on your Feel Good Breakfast show. She does a little bit of everything. Highly talented individual whose life is about creating, and she's going to create some amazing sounds for you on your Feel Good Breakfast show a little bit later on.
Right, we're going to be taking a very quick break. It's a beautiful morning right here in the Mother City. Stick around with us while Tabiso enjoys his cup of coffee. Hey, service with a smile. How's that? We
Princess
love that.
always on beat. Still coming up after the break as well. We're giving away some awesome prizes. It's Spin the Wheel and Win Big with our friends at
what
Tropica.
we're going to be giving away.
I know,
it's
always
awesome.
quite like you're on the edge the whole time. But stay with us.
We're also focusing on sport. Of course, our rugby, soccer teams, they've been all doing very, very well. But right now, a different sporting code, the South African national baseball team. They will take on France right right here on home soil in a 7-match series. We'll sit down with some of the players after the break.
Don't take credit. Unexpected coming from a bank. But just think about it. Using credit to finance a flashy lifestyle to show that you've arrived won't help you live better. What's new today is old tomorrow, except for the debt that you still have to pay. But do take credit to renovate your home, buy a more reliable car, or pay for your children's education. If that's your goal, then Capitec will help you realize your dreams. Because living better starts when you get credit for the right reasons.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. It's been an inspirational morning thus far, and it's only getting better. We know football, rugby, cricket, they've been dominating the sporting headlines, but it's finally time for another sporting code to take centre stage. Why? Because the South African national baseball team is about to welcome old foes France to home shores for 7 encounters, all in preparation for qualification for the Olympic Games. So it gives me a huge amount of pride and pleasure to welcome South African baseball president Mark Moreau, assistant SA coach Ken Buckley, and national team player Benjamin Smith. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. My main aim is going to be making you as nervous as possible. Okay. The Olympics, buddy. The Olympics. It doesn't get much bigger. But maybe I'll start with you, Mark. The last time we played against France, and there is a lovely, healthy rivalry, I'll call it, was back in 2012. How did we fare then?
2012, we played in the World Baseball Classics, the qualifier in Florida, and it was a marathon game. We sort of finished the game in the early hours of the morning, and yeah, we managed to be the winners. Yeah.
When you thank you for saying that with such grace. That's your version of smack talk.
Yes.
Glenn, I'm hoping you're going to come out a bit stronger. Now, how do you, when you talk about a marathon game, I think from South African sporting codes, we're not used to matches going on as long as they possibly can within baseball. It goes beyond tests in terms of physical and mental endurance. How do you prepare for that?
Well, with this incoming tour, we've had a preparation of about 6 months already. The initial squad announcement was made in April this year, and we started straight away with our preparation. So we've got guys from different regions, Cape Town region, Gauteng. We've got some overseas-based players that'll be joining us as well. Nice. So everyone's been working hard. Benji will probably tell you how he's been working, but the guys are looking in great shape.
Man.
In great shape. We've had fitness tests done to all the guys in all the regions. So we're looking great, and I think we're really prepared for this one. It's going to be a close encounter. The French are bringing a good team. We've seen their team already.
That, yeah.
They've got some professional players that are coming out as well. So, but I think we're prepared, Graham. I think we're prepared.
Glenn, this feels like a big step up. Every time I deal with baseball, it's kind of small increments. Now we're talking about the Olympic Games qualifiers. We're talking about national teams and a healthy rivalry. How are the players feeling about playing for their national team, about having their national colours now?
We're excited. We don't get a lot of opportunity, obviously, to play internationals as baseball, the sport in South Africa. So we're just taking this with everything. We're going out to train. We're training hard. Like Glenn said, we've been training for 6 months. We're taking it to the next level.
What do you need to do out there on the pitch? Is it the pitch? Am I saying that right? Do you call it the pitch, the diamond?
It's called the diamond.
So how do you see your role out there as a player and as a leader within that group?
You know, baseball it's a simple game. You need to try and not make it too complicated. So I always say it's just throwing, catching, and hitting the ball, and then looking good while doing it.
and doing it really, really well. I would imagine that smile disappears once you walk out onto the diamond. Mark, when we talk about preparations, obviously the Olympic Games, having this connection to the French team seems like a PR masterstroke. How do you, kind of, as a president of this body, best prepare and create a framework for the team to be able to progress? Because that's often where the major battles are won. It's off the field where you've got to create that support system.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult as obviously as a minor sport in South Africa, because you basically get zero funding. So it's basically looking for corporate sponsorship, and obviously a lot of the money is put up by either the parents or the players themselves, to participate. And our job as administrators would be to create an environment for them to play more often, because they fare extremely well by playing only every 4 years. So now we're creating an environment where they can possibly play every year. Next year we go back to France to play the return sort of 7-game series, and then we have the Olympic pre-qualifiers. We hope our main target is 2024 for the Olympic Games in France.
Not hope, we know. We know, Mark.
I like your positiveness.
I absolutely love it. Of course, that series kicking off between the 3rd and the 11th of November, Joburg, Durban and Cape Town. We'll have all of those details. Basically, guys, put your brand there. We need sponsors to get involved.
Absolutely,
Gentlemen, thank you so much. All the best of luck. Do us proud, man.
Thank you very much for inviting. Thank you.
In the national news this morning, Statistics South Africa's countrywide 2018 census for commercial agriculture has started and will run until June next year. The MEC for Agriculture in the Northwest Province, Manketse Tlhape, says there is a need for more food security projects and has encouraged residents to have backyard gardens for food security. On the international front, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed yesterday unveiled a downsized cabinet of which half the members are women. And then finally, Rembrandt's masterpiece, The Night Watch, will undergo a year-long multi-million euro overhaul at Amsterdam's Rijksmuseum under the full gaze of the public. Well, that was your 6:30 news update. I'll have another full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
We kick it off with football. Bafana's failure in front of goal sadly once again proved to be their downfall as they played out to a goalless draw with the Seychelles in their AFCON qualifying match yesterday. Staying with the beautiful game, France came out on top in the battle of the World Cup champions last night, beating Germany by 2-1 in the UEFA Nations League. Elsewhere, Wales beat the Republic of Ireland 1-0. And then sad news in cricket as Proteas batsman JP Germany will undergo surgery on his right shoulder, and that'll see him miss the inaugural Mzansi Super League launching today with the draft and, of course, the Proteas tour of Australia. More on all of those stories on the top of the hour.
Well, let's take a first look at the roads. We start off this morning in KZN in Durban. Now, on Umgeni Road, there's a multi-vehicle accident. It's before Kolach Road. Now, the road's currently obstructed and heavy delays can be expected. Please make use of an alternative route. Then we move to Gauteng in Midrand. There's been an accident. It's on the N1 northbound after Olifantsfontein Road. 3 lanes have been blocked off to traffic and it's heavily backed up. Please approach with caution and allow for some extra travel time. That's where we leave your traffic. We'll have another update for you in half an hour. But looking at your weather, we just want to say a big thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. A special thanks to Paul Barnard, who sent us the spectacular sunrise hiking at Kunu Falls Lodge in KZN. Paul, you can expect cold conditions with some showers throughout the day, reaching a cool maximum of only 10 degrees. But on that note, let's take a look at where you can expect in the rest of the country, starting off in Polokwane. A low of 14 with a high of 28 is expected for today. Mbombela 12 with a high of 19. Pretoria partly cloudy, 14 with a high of 28. Johannesburg 11 reaching a high of 27. If you're in Mahikeng, 13 with a high of 30. Klerksdorp 11 reaching a high of 29. It's partly cloudy in Kimberley, 10 with a high of 27. Bloemfontein 6 reaching a high of 24. Some rain is expected in Richards Bay, 13 with a high of 18. Rainy conditions in Pietermaritzburg, 10 with a high of only 13. Durban 16 reaching a high of 18. Mthatha 8 with a high of 13 degrees. It's partly cloudy in East London, 10 with a high of 17. Cradock 5 reaching a high of 19. Port Elizabeth 11 with a high of 18 is expected for today. George 10 reaching a high of 17. Sutherland 6 with a maximum of 20. Cape Town 12, 22. Worcester 10 with a high of 24. Partly cloudy conditions in Springbok today, 15 with a high of 28, and Uppington, a low of 15 with a high of 30 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather. Another update will be coming your way at 7 o'clock.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Well, it's that time of the morning. Time for us to head over to our Expresso morning show, loot.co.za wheel. And you know that shopping does not get better than on the new loot.co.za app. And winning doesn't get easier than right here on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Now, every single morning, we're going to be giving 3 of our viewers an opportunity to spin the wheel and win amazing prizes, all by doing the following, okay? So all you have to do is make sure that you download the loot.co.za app, take a screen grab, then send it to this number, 071-640-6551. You also have to register to the app, and who knows, you could be winning some amazing prizes. Talking about prizes, do you want to hear what they are? I'm going to tell you in any case. Okay, so we've got Sennheiser headphones up for grabs, DeLonghi toasters, trade power generators valued at 1,500 Rand, Nescafe Dolce Gusto coffee machine at 1,999, ceiling fan valued at 2,000 Rand, a JBL Extreme portable waterproof speaker valued at 4,000 Rand, DeLonghi kettles, and then an Energizer power bank valued at 622 Rand. We already have a caller on the line who downloaded the app, sent us a screen grab, and registered. The name, of course, is Olwetu. Good morning, Olwetu.
Morning, Leanne.
How are you, darling?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. You know that this is probably the best part of my morning, right?
Oh, thanks. This is the best part of my morning.
Where we get to give you some amazing prizes. Okay, so Olwetu, you heard the list of prizes. Do you have something in mind that you would really like to win this morning?
I will go with number 4.
You're going to go with number 4, which is the Nescafe Dolce Gusto coffee machine valued at 1,999?
Yes.
Oh, wait, you are a woman after my own heart, so I'm going to hold on that for you as well. And if you win, we're sharing, okay? I'm coming to your house for a coffee. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's spin the wheel. All right, that was a powerful spin. Let's see what happens. Are we going to land on that coffee machine that you wanted? Oh, my goodness. We're going past it, but we're getting ever so close. It's landed on a number 6. Oh, wait, do you want to know what you win?
Yes, please.
You walk away with a JBL Extreme Portable Waterproof Speaker valued at 4,000 Rand. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Listen, I know it's not that coffee machine, but it's also a pretty amazing gift just ahead of the festive season, don't you think?
Perfect. It's perfect.
Congratulations, my love. Enjoy your prize.
Thank you so much.
Now you see, it's as easy as that. All you have to do is go to the new loot.co.za app. Make sure you download it, screen grab it, send it to 071-640-6551. Make sure you register, and who knows, I could be calling you after this.
Ah, such a feel-good giveaway that. Well done, congratulations.
$4,000
wow,
on the speaker right there, man.
Yeah,
You love
all
it.
of that in like 40 seconds.
Just like
Quick,
that.
in and
Bam.
out. Make your money, secure the bag. After the break, we're checking in with our friends at 5FM for this week's top 40 tracks, local and international, making all the waves.
Looking forward to that. And then sticking with music, we got to know our performer this morning, Gia. She's here. She's been teaching us all her technicalities this morning, which is very, very interesting. So we can't wait for her performance after the break. Stick around.
Add a little goodness to your day, your friend's day, and make your school's year as the Crush Share the Goodness campaign returns. Last year, the Crush crew gave away 10,000 pairs of shoes to school children across South Africa. By watching Expresso from spring through the summer and refreshing yourself with your favorite Clover Krush flavor, you stand daily chances of winning for yourself, your friends, and school. Details to follow on Expresso.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. It's time for our local entertainment news, and I hope it's good news, Leanne.
Well, we're talking about Zodwa. This morning, Zodwa Wabantu, and she is basically lashing out at people on Twitter who have commented that she may have gained a little bit of weight. Okay. Now, she says she's never been a skinny girl. She doesn't think that she's gained a little bit of weight, but of course, the Twitterverse thinks so. Not that I think that it's anybody's business if you gain or lose, but I don't know, I think that people are taking the mickey out of her because she's been in the media of late for a whole host of different reasons. So I don't think it's necessarily that it's the truth. People, I think, are just, they love to nitpick and poke.
They like to poke, that's right. And I think a lot of people, you know, they're looking for reasons. So I think from her side, just don't entertain it.
Exactly. She says, I have never been thin, so even if I gained weight, it wouldn't change a thing. People already know and have spoken about my cellulites and stuff. I won't hide my body because someone thinks I'm fat. Anyway, maybe what they should say is I'm old and I'm maturing, but I know I am an African woman's body and it matures like wine, so I'm not worried about it so much.
Okay.
I love that, but I don't know. I think that people are definitely just looking for a reaction. That's what it is.
They're looking
And
for a
she's
reaction.
giving that to them. But the nice thing about Zoda is she doesn't really care. You know, she's just like a, what do they call them? She's a never mind.
Exactly.
She's a never
like
mind.
that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. Just be who you are, Zodwa. We love you just the way you are.
Yeah.
With the land and everything.
With
You know,
everything.
do the things. It looks like Casper Nyovest is also trying to make some really big moves. Of course, we know over the last few years he has been tweeting and suggesting that he's looking to sign to a major record deal despite previous skepticism around it. He says, I'm not signed to Sony. I'll never have a #1 single in my career unless I share the cake with a major label. They run the charts from iTunes to radio. They have all the data, the manpower, the connections. Maybe it's time I did the next step. Definitely needs muscle. So who knows what he's going to do in the near future? But one thing's for sure, he has produced hit after hit after hit. So whatever he touches seems to turn to gold.
It's certainly the case, and I think going forward, if joining with a record label is what he's looking after, it needs to be someone that will literally take his brand to that next step and not box him in any way.
Exactly, but I do think like certain artists get to a place where you reach a ceiling, and it's not that you don't love performing for your own people, but you need to go beyond that.
You need that boost.
You know, so let's see what happens in the future for Mr. Casper Nyovest.
Well, very much continuing on from that conversation, I love when we broach our top international and top local artists in the 5FM Top 40. We talk about the battle of the heavyweights. Our local artists are now able to step up toe-to-toe. So, of course, we've seen local stars Holly Ray, Questa, Black Coffee all representing, but the big question is, can AKA hold on to that #1 position? Let's find out from Nick.
What's going on, you guys? It's Nick Hammond here, back to recap the 5FM Top 40 from this past weekend, and jumping straight into it, let's look at the brand new entries on the charts. And speaking of which, super exciting, at number 37, he's just dropped the Carter 5, and he has the first single on the charts. It's Lil Wayne with Uproar.
If she's iffy, let her drugs go. If she's simply double cup toast.
Second new entry I picked this week came in at number 36, just one position ahead. Another hit for Halsey called Without Me. Check out my Move and Shaker picks for the week. The first one is a re-entry, meaning it left the 5FM Top 40. Now it's back with a bang at number 32. Check this one out, a perfect hit for the summer. It's Khalid with Better. My second Move and Shaker pick comes in this week after 2 weeks on the charts at number 25. It's LMA, her follow-up to Buddha, called Trip. Time to check out the top 10 biggest hits in music for this past weekend, beginning locally at the back end at number 10. It's the latest single from Questa called Furvai. Then at number 9 this week, it's a former #1 from Maroon 5 and Cardi B, Girls Like You. The number 8 spot this week is filled by a tune that a lot of people are speculating may go to #1 in the coming weeks. We'll have to keep an eye on it. It's Holly Ray and Deeper.
Deeper, deeper to your love.
Then at number 7, it's longtime songwriter now stepping out in front of the microphone, Benny Blanco teaming up with Halsey and Khalid, called Eastside.
You should meet me on the east side in the city with the sun on set. And every day you know that we ride through the back streets of a blue Corvette.
Just outside of the top 5 this week, sitting at number 6, it's Calvin Harris and his second attempt into the dance world for Sam Smith with No Promises.
I made no promises, I can't do golden rings, but I'll give you everything.
Then halfway through the back end of the top 10, sitting pretty at number 5, it's 5 Seconds of Summer with Young Blood.
Young blood, see you want me, see you want me.
Number 4 this week, it's a hit, surely to go to #1 in the future. Local music on 5FM, Banda Moya from Prince KB. The first of now 2 singles off his latest album takes the #3 spot for you. It's another week in a row on 5FM. This one just cannot seem to crack the top 2 positions. It's George Ezra with Shotgun.
Shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone.
Coming in hot at #2 this week, a former #1, AKA's latest smash single, Fella in Versace.
Fella in Versace, Mandela in the Rari, rubber bands, where you get them from?
Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please keep listening to me, Nick Hammond, Monday to Friday, 9 to 12 on 5FM. And of course, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to find out who's going to take that #1 spot on the 5FM Top 40. And speaking of which, this past weekend, for another week in a row, it's gone local again, well, halfway anyway, with Black Coffee and David Guetta and Delilah Montague on vocals, called Drive.
Have it, your movers and shakers on the 5FM Top 40.
This music is so good at the moment, man.
Dude, it's so good. Anyways, here's a chance for you to win. We're heading to the movies next. So based on the international best-selling autobiographical books, Papillon and Banco, Papillon follows the epic story of Henry Papillon Charrier, a safe cracker from the Parisian underworld who is framed for murder and condemned to life in the notorious penal colony on Devil's Island. Now determined to regain his freedom, Papillon forms an unlikely alliance with quirky convicted counterfeiter Louis Dega, who in exchange for protection agrees to finance Papillon's escape.
It's an incredible remake. It sounds like they really have hit the mark. So this Thursday, we want you to share in that magic at 8 o'clock. Expresso is hosting a very special screening, a couple of them, in fact, at Hyde Park in Johannesburg, Canal Walk in Cape Town for Papillon. And we're giving away 2 tickets to the first 25 people from Joburg and Cape Town who text the keyword win to the number 33728.
Exactly. Now remember, the tickets are only valid for this Thursday at 8 p.m. at Hyde Park and Canal Walk. So what you need to do, SMS that keyword win now and treat yourself and a friend to a fancy movie night at cinema VIP with popcorn and drinks included.
Each SMS is going to cost you just $1.50, and we'll only register Johannesburg. You only need to include, rather, Johannesburg as a pretext for Joburg and obviously CT for Cape Town. Use these abbreviations so that text is successful. We're going to make sure that you get there after you've entered.
Exactly.
That's JHB for Johannesburg and CT for Cape Town. And start texting the word win and your name and city with that abbreviation to 33728 to stand a chance of winning.
Exactly. The competition closes today at 12. All right, so make sure you get those SMSs in. T's and C's do apply, and you can also find them on our website, expressoshow.com.
We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, Gia is still in studio with us, and she's going to be giving us some feel-good performances this morning.
Looking forward to that. And it's also Garden Day this coming Sunday. We'll take a look after the break how you can make the most out of your garden. We'll see you in just a bit.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. And it's always such an exciting time of the year when you celebrate your birthday. And every day, millions of people get to celebrate their birthdays all over the world. So as we welcome today, the 17th of October, we thought we'd give it a quick birthday shout out to some of our favorite viewers this morning.
That's right. Connie would like to wish her mum, Amelia, and herself, they celebrate their birthday together at on the same day. A happy birthday. This mother-daughter share a birthday, and Connie wants her mum to know how grateful she is for her and how lucky she feels to share this very special day with her mum.
What a
how sweet, man.
That's so cool to have mom and daughter celebrate the same birthday.
Oh, it's a party.
That's right. Well, Leonie Nietling would like to wish her daughter Zara a happy birthday. She has a message for her baby girl saying, "Happy birthday, mommy's angel pie. May the Lord bless you and keep you all of the days of your life." And you know what? What a beautiful blessing upon her life. Look how cute. Happy birthday, Zara.
Oh, little princess Mishka, Soray, and Julekha and Tasneem would like to wish their mum Nazima a happy birthday today. She hopes you stay the amazing, funny, caring, go-getter woman that you are.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. We'd also like to wish Taskia Matthews a happy 10th birthday for today. You finally hit those double digits, and your parents would like you to know, and at least want you to know, you must have an amazing day, and they hope that all of your dreams come true.
Firaz Rahman would like to wish her daughter a happy first birthday tomorrow. She left a message for her saying, "Happy birthday to our little angel, Zaidi Rahman. Love you lots from Mummy, Daddy, Zara, Nina, and Auntie Jeru."
That's right. Well, it's certainly a popular day for birthdays. We'd also like to wish Onesimo a happy birthday for today.
And then, of course, last but not least, we'd like to wish Karabets or Mandlaze's twin girls a very happy 8th birthday today. And we're going to have some cake on your behalf. Happy birthday, everybody celebrating their birthday today.
That's right. Well, if you're celebrating a birthday coming up, you have a loved one you'd love to wish, or perhaps yourself, feel free to email us. That's birthdays@cordova.tv. Send us as much information, include a photo, let us know how old they're turning, so that we can make your birthday a very special one right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Wow. Oh man, we are having such a cool time connecting with Gia, who has brought an intense, atmospheric, awesome sound to your Feel Good studio. You're about to get a taste right now. Here she is, along with her incredible outfit, performing Let It Rain.
mission to portray a life of dreams, life of dreams. Just remember all that glitter ain't gold. So let it crash, let your truth unfold. So let it rain, let the tears come down from heaven. Let it rain, let it wash this world from its notions on. Let it rain, let it cleanse my soul to be inspired. So let it rain, let it wash the world with a little silence.
Oh, thank you so much for making us, just for a brief moment, feel so much cooler than we actually are. That was awesome. I have a feeling the whole country just like stopped and paused. How do we connect with you? Where do we get your music? How do we join this incredible energy that you create with your music?
Well, you can find me on all purchasing sites, on all streaming sites, on Spotify, on iTunes. I'm on SoundCloud. You can find me easily on Facebook at Gia Music, and it's spelled G-H-I-A, Music.
Do you answer back? Do you take DMs and do you talk to people?
I do, yes, if they're reasonable. Yeah.
That's all we need now. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much. Really, really awesome performance. You can let us know on our social media platforms what you thought of that. And please share some love on her social media platforms. We absolutely love to hear from you.
In the national news this morning, Statistics South Africa's countrywide 2018 census for commercial agriculture has started and will run until June next year. The MEC for Agriculture in the Northwest Province, Mankete Tlhape, says there is a need for more food security projects and has encouraged residents to have backyard gardens for food security. On the international front, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed yesterday unveiled a downsized cabinet of which half the members are women. And then finally, Rembrandt's masterpiece, The Night Watch, will undergo a year-long multi-million euro overhaul at Amsterdam's Rijksmuseum under the full gaze of the public. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news headlines. Here's another look at what's happening in the exciting world of sport with Graham.
Unfortunately, not too much excitement last night in local football as Bafana's failure in front of goal once again came back to haunt them as they played out to a goalless draw with the Seychelles in their AFCON qualifying match yesterday. Staying with the beautiful game, France came out on top in a battle of the World Cup champions last night as they beat Germany by 2-1 in the UEFA Nations League. Elsewhere, Wales beating the Republic of Ireland 1-0. And sad news in cricket as Proteas batsman JP Duminy will undergo surgery on his right shoulder. That's going to see him miss out on the inaugural Mzansi Super League launching today with the draft and, of course, the Proteas tour of Australia. That's where we leave our sport for now.
All right, well, we're going to be taking a quick look at your weather. It is just after 7 o'clock. What a beautiful day it is down here in the Mother City, and I do hope that you are feeling great and enjoying it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Taking a look at your roads very quickly. Gauteng and Midrand on the N1 northbound. There's congestion between Olifantsfontein Road and Littleton Road. The average traveling speed is around 30 kilometers per hour, causing a delay of up to 10 minutes. And then Gauteng Boksburg, there's been an accident on the N12 westbound between Jet Park Road and the R21. Heavy delays are expected in the area. Please allow for some extra travel time this morning. But if you're still heading out on the roads, please drive with care and reach your destination safely. We'll bring another update in half an hour's time. Getting straight into your weather and your temperatures. Before we do so, we've asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. Thank you very much for taking the time and sending those pictures. Naran Koopman sent us this beautiful orange sunrise from Kimberley, hey, in the Northern Cape, where a blend of sun and clouds can be expected with warm temperatures reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. Nuran, thank you very, very much for taking the time, sending that picture. Looking absolutely beautiful. It's been the longest time since I've been in Kimberley. Enjoy your day going forward. Continue posting those pictures. You can do so on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll share it with you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. With regards to your temperatures, going into your Wednesday, Polokwane, starting off on 14, reaching a high of 28 with a chance of some thunder showers. Some thunder showers expected for Mandela as well, 12 minimum, reaching a high of 19. Pretoria, 14 and a high of 28. Johannesburg, 11:27. Mahikeng, 13:30. Klerksdorp, 11:29. Kimberley, 10:27. Bloemfontein, 6 and a high of 24. Richards Bay, 13, reaching a high of 18 with rain expected. Also rain for Pietermaritzburg, 10:13. Rain as well for Durban, 16 and a high of 18. Mthatha, 8 minimum, reaching a high of 13, also with a chance of some showers. East London, 10 minimum with the maximum 17. Cradock, good morning, 5 minimum, your maximum 19. Port Elizabeth, 11:18. George, 10:17. Sutherland, 6 and a high of 20. Cape Town, 12:22. Worcester, 10:24. Springbok, 15 rather, and a high of 28. And Uppington starting off on 15 as well, reaching a hot maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin, as well as your traffic. We'll bring you another update on both of those in half an hour's time.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Well, you know what? There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. All you have to do is stand a chance of winning incredible instant prizes and, of course, that grand prize of 250,000 Rand cash and a Honda Amaze Comfort CVT when you buy Tropica.
Insane. So this week, Tropica Smooth Fan. Your fans stand a chance of winning incredible prizes from Lewis, with Lewis having up to 36 months to pay, same-day delivery, and an optional extended 2-year guarantee. That's incredible. Lewis will really welcome our Smooth fans home.
That's right. Let's take a look at how you can enter.
Are you the smoothest fan to the biggest stars in Mzansi? Tropica is looking for the smoothest fans of South Africa's biggest celebrities who will put their skills and celeb knowledge to the test. All you have to do is buy Tropica and follow the entry details on the bottle. Select your favorite celeb who you think you know best, and you could stand a chance to win thousands of instant daily prizes and a share of 1 million Rand. Buy a Tropica and enter. You could be winning your share of incredible smooth prizes, airtime and cash. T's and C's on tropica.co.za.
Exactly. How easy is that, hey?
Could not be easier, so go and prove how smooth you are to get in the running for some of the most amazing prizes. It really is that easy.
We come back from the break, which we are going to take just now. We're going to be showing you how to make the most of your garden. This garden, as you can see, ours we make the most of it every single day. It's always flourishing, but we teach you how to make yours flourishing on any day.
It's also flourishing. You see there we have flowers. Does it make sense? No, that fell flat completely. Anyways, we can also head out to the kitchen. We're going to show you how to make a delicious green rooibos and mint tea. And as a refreshing recipe, stick around.
It's flourishing.
It's flourishing.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom. Aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. It's a beautiful day in the mother city. The sun is out, clear skies. We have a magnificent garden behind us as well. And when it comes to gardening, I think a lot of people tend to think that in order to have a flourishing garden, you need to have green fingers. But the third annual edition of Garden Day in South Africa, they are wanting to change all of that. Now, it's taking place this Sunday, the 21st of October, and encourages South Africans to just spend some more time in your gardens, making them absolutely beautiful. And for some top tips and tricks this morning, we have gardener Cobus Pieterse joining us this morning. Cobus, how are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Good. Yeah, man, lovely to have you. So, you know, gardens, people cultivate them for all, you know, many different reasons. It could be aesthetics, it could be, you know, to grow fresh produce as well. But I think, what are some of your tips and advice that you can say for people wanting to get the most out of their gardens? I mean, it's a broad topic.
Absolutely, yes. I'll say in the first place, the proud feeling of having your own garden. The proud feeling, especially if you plant or sow something and there's a crack in the soil, then you know there's movement underground, there's something busy. Yeah. So, and the achievement of you have reached something in your own.
Okay, and you know, that's the thing, because a garden, it really fulfills you. Once you see the fruits of your labor, it could be because you just want to have a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing garden as well. It makes you feel good as a person. It makes you feel that you've actually done something, you know, because
Absolutely.
Nowadays, especially a lot of people living in flats, there's still option and hope for them, you know, with planter boxes. There's so many different options. But looking at our garden, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm sure you would agree as well. What are some of the things that we have in our garden?
You've got some fantastic, I just saw it as I walked in. I saw some kale. So kale nowadays is fantastic, right at the back. So that is one of the most best to have in your veggies in your garden, because a lot of anti-cancer properties.
Yes.
And it is rich in calcium.
That's it.
I saw some mint. Mint is nowadays, especially with mint tea, that is the best now to have, especially
we are in fact going to be making a fresh pack mint rooibos tea a little bit later on, so we might as well get some fresh ones while we add it as well.
Absolutely, that'll be great.
Yeah, so there's lots. We have some spinach in there, so our garden is really doing well. We've been taking care of it as well. But in order to help the public, I think, a little bit more on South Africa's Garden Day, there was an app released called Candid.
Yes, Candid.
Candid.
Yes, they can download it. I have to tell you that it's for free.
Okay.
So the moment you download it, you are exposed to a community of gardeners around in South Africa especially. And then, of course, there's a lot of expert gardeners, home gardeners, master gardeners on the app busy, especially for the newbies, the beginners who don't know what to do. You have a patch in your garden, a shady part, a sunny part. You don't know what to plant, what is necessary. Yeah. You can go to the app and ask them questions. They will respond, they will answer, they will give you advice, they will take you from level 1 to wherever you want to be.
To level super awesome garden master.
Yes, absolutely.
I love also the fact, because I find gardening a very much a kind of a family activity, especially if you've got kids, getting the kids involved in gardening. But like you said rightly, the information or maybe the knowledge is not there always. And something simple like soil preparation, I think that's got a lot of people stumped. And you can get that on the app as well.
Absolutely. You can ask any question. It works like Facebook. So you can take photos and post it. They will come back to you. You can ask if there's any diseases in your garden. You can't, you don't know what it is. You can just ask them. They will respond. We'll make sure that they respond.
I love that. I love that there's an interactive community involved with this app. So it is Candid.
Candid, yes.
All right, Candide. Just the last one. Of course, Garden Day coming up this coming Sunday. How can people make the most of this day? The special day is the third annual one.
Yes. It is lovely to see that it's already the third one, and I can promise you that it is definitely not the last one. So there's a lot more garden days to come, and so we want people to enjoy their garden.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a huge garden, it doesn't matter if it's small. Even I saw as I arrived here on the balcony just outside of this building, I saw some few pot plants. That's your garden. If it is a herb plant in your windowsill, that is your garden.
Exactly.
Invite your friends, your colleagues, your family, invite them over. Down the tools, because we already, right through the year, we've done so much digging and weeding and mulching and pruning and whatsoever. Sunday is the time to down tools, kick back, Yeah. Enjoy your garden with your loved ones. Make a braai on the lawn, under the trees. Make the children play in the garden. Therefore, make yourself flower crowns from ingredients from your garden. If you make a salad or food, use herbs from your garden to make it spicy.
Yeah, well, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Get in there, have a garden party. Have a garden party. That's what it comes down to. Make sure you head on over to gardenday.co.za as well for some tips and tricks. And also don't forget to download that app. It is free. It's called Candide. You can find it in your app store.
Well, it's time for one of my favorite parts of the morning. Time to give away some more amazing prizes with our Expresso morning show. Loot.co.za. We'll now Alwetu's already walked away with an incredible prize. Time for us to find our next winner. But before we do that, every single morning we're calling 3 viewers who get a chance to have us spin the wheel on their behalf and, of course, walk away with some amazing prizes. But first, you need to download the Loot.co.za app. Make sure you register to it as well. Take a screen grab and then send that screen grab to us at 0716406551. Here are some of the prizes that you can win this morning. Sennheiser headphones, DeLonghi toasters, trade power generator valued at 1,500 Rand, Nescafe Dolce Gusto coffee machine, which is still up for grabs this morning. There's a ceiling fan valued at 2,000 Rand. New to the loot this morning is a Garmin tracker watch valued at 1,425 Rand. We've got a DeLonghi kettle and an Energizer power bank as well. Apparently, we have Tanti on the line. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I am very good. I love the excitement and energy in your voice. Are you ready to win?
I'm excited.
I'm
Yes,
so glad. Are you ready to win some big prizes?
Yes, I am.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to spin on your behalf. Is there anything in the list of prizes, Santi, that you would like to win?
Yes, I would love the coffee machine.
Oh, everybody's up for the coffee machine. Okay. I'm going to just give it my best shot, and I'm going to spin in 3, 2, 1, Lego. All right, that was a powerful spin, I think. Let's see. Santi really wanting that coffee machine. Will he get it? Landing on number 3. Let's see what you win. You win a trade power generator valued at 1,500 Rand. Congratulations! Oh my gosh. That coffee machine just eluding everyone, but that is still a fantastic prize. Are you happy, Tanti?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Very happy.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for playing along with us this morning.
Thank you.
Oh, I am living my best life out here. It's so easy to win. All you have to do is download the Loot.co.za app. Send us a screen grab to 0716406551. Register to the app as well. And who knows, you could be walking away with that amazing prize. Let's see if we can give away that coffee machine this morning with Loot.co.za.
Listen, we are outside. It is a beautiful day, and you know what? Summer's around the corner. Everyone will be looking for fresh and refreshing recipes. Ewan just went and picked our very own mint because we're about to show you how to make a fresh pack green tea, rooibos tea, in fact, iced tea.
Yes.
That's what we're making today.
And
How
we love
exciting.
green tea, we love rooibos tea, we're combining it, and we're adding some fresh mint in there.
Oh.
It's a perfect drink to kind of chill you out on a beautiful summer's day like it is today. So we got some hot boiling water over here. All right, so for every litre of hot boiling water, you want to put 4 tea bags, all right?
Okay, so it's about a tea bag for every 250 milliliters.
Bam, so that's going to dissolve. We got some brown sugar. That's going to also add another beautiful little flavor. Let me just give that a bit of a stir.
Yeah, well, you're adding a little bit of sweetness because I know fresh pack rooibos, it's naturally sugar-free, it's naturally caffeine-free.
That's it.
Look at that.
You can see it's changing color. You want to make sure that the sugar dissolves, and there we go. Now we got some lovely fresh mint as well.
And I love fresh mint.
Just
You've
like that?
literally just picked this.
Yeah, so
There
I'm
we
going to
go.
leave some for garnish. Just
Okay.
leave some for garnish. So what you want to do is I'm just going to give it a bit of a squeeze and a bruise because you want to make sure that you release all that mintiness. And that's going to go in there.
Secret. See, I would have just tossed it in.
No, immediately. I can even smell it on my hands. It's absolutely fantastic. Mint is such a beautiful plant. Eh? It really is. Okay. So you're going to let that steep for a little while, make sure that it infuses nicely, and then what you're going to do is you're going to strain all of the ingredients, and you're going to be left with a lovely golden liquid like this one, your green tea and rooibos all mixed into one with a bit of a tinge of sweet and mint. And if you want to pour that into the glass as well. Cool. Or should I actually do the ice first?
You would let this cool down completely.
You will
let it chill for a bit. There we go.
Let's do some ice first.
Okay, because it's, you know, we're making a refreshing summer drink.
That's it, sorry.
So we're adding some crushed ice.
Some lovely crushed ice. Give me the other glass there quickly.
There we go. I will pour.
Now the keyword is fresh pack. SMS that to 33728 if you want to get your hands on the recipe. It's very, very simple, but it's also such a delicious, refreshing drink.
Don't be shy with the ice.
Don't be shy with the ice.
Don't be shy. We're making a yummy iced tea.
You know, our freezer seems to be working very well. It's sticking.
That's okay.
Wait, here we go. Here we go.
There we go. Do that.
Cool. Get that in there.
There we go.
And then we can just put some ice around for some effect as well, you know.
For the photograph afterwards.
For the photograph, look at that.
of making iced tea.
And then pop some fresh. Just give it once again. And there we go.
Listen, I'm super impressed.
Bam! Just like that. It's going to chill out nicely. SMS the keyword fresh pack to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe. Sprinkle some ice and it'll make it look photographic as well.
Well, if you've missed any of these steps, lucky for you, we've got a recap. Still adding a little bit of ice.
It's hot outside, it's melting, but look at that. There you have it. The keyword once again is fresh pack. SMS that to 33728. Such a simple, such a quick recipe. Give it a taste.
Here we go.
I think we need to cheers on this beautiful sunny day. Hang on. Yes, please.
Yes, it's delicious.
Fresh indeed. Fresh pack to 33728.
Fresh Pack, the #1 rooibos tea.
All right, when we come back from the break, which we're going to take now, we're going to be taking you through the behind the scenes of what it takes to put together one of the most prestigious lifestyle events, the polo, the pink polo, to be exact.
I'm actually going through FOMO. I'm working on the day. We're doing one of our meal packs on that day, and I can't go. Oh, no. It's killing me. But speaking of meal packs, of course, we crushed the first 50,000 of our 100,000 #Meals for Mandela. So proud of everyone involved at Kenilworth Centre over the weekend. We'll bring you some of the highlights.
Voted best courier in South Africa for over 10 years, at Globe Flight our approach is to simply keep our word. When the quality of our courier service was certified ISO 9001 compliant, it only confirmed what Globe Flight customers already know, that from domestic same day to international air freight, Globe Flight delivers smiles 24/7, 365.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Feel the FOMO rise. Throughout October, we have been gearing up for undoubtedly the premium Pink Polo event taking place in Paarl on Saturday, the 3rd of November. The reason the occasion embraces the colour pink, of course, is because all proceeds from the day go towards supporting cancer awareness and care initiatives like the Pink Drive in particular, and of course the Chalk House program, which we love, we support as well. So joining us to share more on the aspect of this prestigious event are the Managing Director of Valdivia State Events, Simone de Vet, and the Regional Committee Chairperson for Chalk Western Cape and Namakwa. It's Ian Reid. Guys, a very warm welcome. Are you excited?
Well,
are you excited? It's coming.
It's such a big event. It's such a big event. I'll start with you, Simone, because it seems like all fun and games when if you haven't been there, you're watching on social media and everybody's dressed
with
up
FOMO.
and dolled up, and you've got the FOMO, and everyone's drinking nice drinks and eating really good food. What does it take to put an event like this together?
Thank you. I love the FOMO and the must be there because I think 9 years ago when this concept came up, the real heart behind it was to have a combination of the people of South Africa. So general public, you guys as media, corporates, big brands, just people coming together, giving their little bit and making a great change and creating awareness for something that needs it. And that is the topic of breast cancer. And also it being an inclusive thing and not an exclusive. And we're so thankful that Chalk can be part of it. Because why keep it to one thing? Let's just do more.
Make the circle bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love it. I think for me it's so important. We've seen it around all the Mandela initiatives and everything. That it's about compound growth. It's about everyone joining together and doing so much more with one footprint. Ian, from your perspective, to be a part of this, obviously you guys do this every day. You work incredibly hard with a very little amount of support. What does it mean to get this kind of platform and this kind of support?
Well, I think, first of all, it's great that we're getting it and we're getting the word out there for the children with cancer. Yeah. And the ability of an initiative like this to increase the mobilization of what we do and extend it around South Africa in total, it's just fantastic because it can sort of extend the accommodation that we do. It can extend the transports, the initiatives that we have. And it gets people and parents who have real problems in terms of treating the children and so on. We can actually get them to the oncology wards. We can get them, to stay in our houses, and we actually have an amazing ability to extend that reach. So this initiative, fantastic. I mean, with you guys as well. It's really amazing. Thank you.
We've loved being a part of it.
Yeah, I know we have. It's been such a fulfilling thing to be part of. But Simone, the event has evolved so much. It's been a couple of years in the running. What has it taken to get to the point where you guys are at now to produce this year's event? What has changed? How have you made it better?
So in year 9, which it is now, people that know me, my team, my family, and they would know that I say unity commands a blessing.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Say it again.
Unity commands a blessing.
Oh, love it.
And it's because of this very incredible people within our nation. I think coming together again, if it's a service provider, the very team, my team that live, breathe and sleep it, just to honor them. I mean, this really is every single day for us, not just a once-off event. And just seeing the amount of people whose lives have been touched. One of our very own colleagues has been diagnosed with cancer a week ago, and we do this initiative where we pack chemo-friendly boxes. So anybody that's watching that's received chemo would tell you that there's a terrible bitter taste that they experience, and dark chocolate, for example, takes that away. And we carefully and lovingly pack these beautiful boxes and have them delivered at oncology centers. And when we walked in, our colleague was sitting there, and it became so real. So I just want to encourage people out there that if you have a dream, kind of look where you are. Firstly, look what's in your hand, and just go for it. Just absolutely sow that seed. And I said to Ian now, it's not always about money.
Yes.
If that was our driving force, we would have failed from day one. The vision was to become a vocal platform But a vocal platform is not just a national reach, but a global reach. So there might be one person watching this morning, and it's been tugging at their heartstrings, and they'll just make a call and donate money that, for example, one event could never, because it's not an event, it's a movement.
Yeah, but completely, and I think you've got some of the most powerful influencers completely. I wish we had more time, but we're going to bring as many of those details on, especially the fact that we have got the Pink Food Truck Fair, where Expresso is going to have a very special for us. Just very quickly, how can we connect with you as CHOC, as an organisation, if we want to support?
I think first of all, I just wanted to express our thanks for the Pretoria CHOC House, which was as a result of its Expresso. It's just phenomenal, because the official opening is happening on Friday. And, you know, that just creates the ability of 10 families to be able to stay close to an oncology ward. And it's because of you guys all.
It really is down to our viewers who donated money. So
any money that comes in is going towards improving the services that we do. And, you know, we do psychosocial services. We have transportability. So we can, people who come in, we assist them with transport fees. We have counselling services. We basically are there as a support group completely. And it's not us, it's actually everyone out there who facilitates it to enable us to be the contributors to make sure that those kids are looked after. You know, children with cancer are at a really disadvantaged position, but through this process, it actually empowers them to enable them to be strong and to be very good contributors to our...
And I love the support that they give each other as well in that space as well. But thank you so much to both of you. All the best of luck. I won't be seeing you there, but I'll be spreading the FOMO.
Thank you. Next year.
It's happening on the 3rd of November in Paarl. That's the Pink Polo 2018. More information on pinkpolo.co.za.
In the national news, Statistics South Africa's countrywide 2018 census for commercial agriculture has started and will run until June next year. The MEC for Agriculture in Northwest Province, Manketse Tlhape, says there is a need for more food security projects and has encouraged residents to have backyard gardens for food security. On the international front, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed yesterday unveiled a downsized cabinet of which half the members are women. And then finally, Rembrandt's masterpiece, The Night Watch, will undergo a year-long multi-million euro overhaul at Amsterdam's Rijksmuseum under the full gaze of the public. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Let's kick it off with football. Bafana's failure in front of goal once again proved to be their downfall as they played out to a goalless draw with the Seychelles in the AFCON qualifier yesterday. A little further afield, France came out on top in a battle of the World Cup champions last night, beating Germany by 2-1 in the UEFA Nations League. Elsewhere, Wales got the better of the Republic of Ireland, 1-0. And sad news in cricket as Proteas batsman JP Duminier will now have to undergo surgery on his right shoulder, and that sees him miss out on the inaugural Mzansi Super League kicking off today with the draft, of course, and the Proteas Tour of Australia. We'll expand on those on the top of the hour.
Well, let's take another look at the roads. We start off in Cape Town in Langa. Now, on the N2 inbound, there's a stationary vehicle. It's after the ramp from Robert Sobukwe Road. That right lane's currently obstructed. You can expect delays. Please approach with caution. And staying in Cape Town, this time in Bellville, on the N1 outbound, there's some roadworks before Durban Road. It's currently closing off that right lane, causing heavy delays in the area, so allow for some extra travel time. That's where we leave your traffic for now, but let's quickly look at the weather. We just want to say a big thank you to the beautiful sunrise photos that continue to come in. Kerry Lee Abbott sent us this beautiful golden sunrise overlooking the ocean from Durban in KZN. Kerry Lee, today you can expect some cold conditions with plenty of rain and light wind gusts reaching a maximum of only 18 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave that for now, but let's take a look at the rest of the temperatures across the country. Starting off in Polokwane, a low of 14 with a high of 28 is expected for today. Mbombela 12-19, Pretoria 14-28, Johannesburg 11 with a high of 27. It's partly cloudy in Mahikeng, 13 reaching a high of 30, Klerksdorp 11-29, Kimberley 10-27, Bloemfontein 6-24. Rain is expected in Richards Bay, 13, reaching a high of 18. Pietermaritzburg, also wet conditions, 10 with a high of 13 for today. Durban, 16, reaching a high of 18. Mthatha, 8 with a high of 13. Partly cloudy in East London, 10 with a high of 17. Craddock, 5, reaching a high of 19. If you're in Port Elizabeth, 11's your minimum, 18 your maximum. George, 10, reaching a high of 17. Sutherland, 6 with a high of 20. Cape Town, 12 with a high of 22. Partly cloudy in Worcester today, a low of 10, a high of 24. Springbok, 15 with a high of 28. Uppington, partly cloudy conditions with a low of 15, reaching a high of 30 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be showing you how the Expresso Meals for Mandela has reached its 100,000 target, and that is only the beginning of amazing things.
Oh man, I love this initiative, and we've been following it very closely. Graham has been doing an incredible job as well, man. So yeah, we'll chat about that, and then of course we have another epic performance by our musical guest this morning, Gia. Stick around for that. There she is. She's ready and waiting.
Science reaches for the truth. Science works for the big and the small, the old and the young. Science never gives up. And science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition for differences you can see, feel, and trust. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on a beautiful Wednesday hump day. Time for us to check in on the latest in international entertainment news. Leanne.
Yes, that is right. Of course, Lady Gaga was awarded an amazing award at Women in Hollywood, of course, celebrating its 25 years in the industry. And Lady Gaga actually confirmed that there is indeed a man in her life.
Oh, wow.
She actually ended up thanking her fiancé during a speech at ELLE's 25th Annual Women in Hollywood celebration on Monday. Now, she has been dating the 49-year-old talent agent for over a year. Quite an interesting look he's got there. Camera is... The flash, I think, startled him. And despite the rumor mill spinning, she's been keeping mum about him for a while now, I think because her last relationship was so public.
Yeah.
But when she thanked everyone in her life during an emotional speech, she also said, I would like to thank my fiancé, Christian, who also attended the event, which took place in Los Angeles. So I think that that was absolutely wonderful. I was wondering the other day, when I was watching her on the Graham Norton show, is there somebody in her life, because she was wearing a gazanga of a ring on her finger, you know? And you never know, is it like just for show, or is it the real thing, but it appears that it is the real thing. Congratulations. Wow. She seems to be in such a good place in her life.
She is. She definitely is.
I love the direction that she's going with her career. It's really
she's
wonderful.
She's gone through quite an interesting evolution, and to see her come to this place where she's almost really calm and like very full into herself and doesn't need to be too OTT to make her presence felt is really amazing.
Yeah, I love that. Now, if you were to visit another country and you got to meet the president of that country, what would you gift?
A watch.
I would give something that's local from my country.
Exactly.
So, you know, maybe a beautiful rooibos hamper.
Yeah, definitely. But something that's high-end, you know, definitely. Well, Kanye West and wife Kim Kardashian were in Uganda on Monday. They were visiting with the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni. He's 74-year-old president, and they decided to gift him a pair of white sneakers. Hey, that's
Okay. Well, hey, who said presidents can't be cool?
I'm like, you know, it's like me designing T-shirts and giving you, as the president of that nation, my T-shirt.
Yeah, from the stock taking that you were doing doing stock taking. You said, I take these sneakers, here's a gift.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the president also gave them Ugandan names, which I think is wonderful. I can't necessarily remember them now, but Kim Kardashian means something, a blessing from God. And Kanye West is Kanye Sig. It's close to his own name. Yeah. So I think that's wonderful. I think he might keep the Ugandan name and drop his name, which is changed to Ye.
Yeah, I feel like they must just take it easy on the giving of the names of African names, especially if they mean stuff like gift from God, because Kim Kardashian and Kanye West might take that seriously.
Okay.
Well, he already calls himself Jesus.
You lose a little bit of faith in the world around you when you hear statistics like 20 children are dying of starvation every day in this country. Then hopefully this will fill your cup up just a little bit. I was so inspired this last Saturday at Kenilworth Centre as we commenced our effort to pack 100,000 meals for some of South Africa's most vulnerable children by crushing the first 50,000 with the help of learners from Lotus High and complete strangers who just rocked up, gave their time to do something truly special. Here's some of the highlights.
I know I do a lot of these sorts of things, but for me right now, there is no better feeling. People from every walk of life, every age, banding together to honor the spirit of Madiba. We put out the challenge to pack 100,000 meals for Madiba. Are we gonna do it? Yeah!
The need is real. In a place of plenty, it is hard to imagine that in South Africa, between 10 and 20 children die from hunger each and every day. And we have the power to stop that.
I love the fact that every year we do this, we get more people joining our Rise Against Hunger family. We see more people helping us achieve bigger and better things. What is your motivation? Why have you as an organization been so loyal to Rise Against Hunger?
At TFG, our main motto is educate to empower, and main focus is education. And we believe that you can't teach a child on an empty stomach. So basically every year we partner with Rise Against Hunger and we fund them to support ECDs across South Africa and Africa. And for the past 3 years we've donated over 500,000 meals.
Then I have to ask on a personal level, because for me, I've done a lot of these sorts of events, but there's something about this particular one at KC that really just stands out, grabs my heart and my imagination. I love it. What, in your mind, makes this so special?
I always say if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. And I think giving back to the communities and the communities that we operate in, that's main focus for us. So we go out there and we do good, and our tagline is doing good never goes out of fashion. So we always go out to the communities and we try to give back to the communities where our stores trade.
As the father of our democracy said, freedom is meaningless if we cannot put food in our stomachs, a thought which made sense to every volunteer on the day.
You guys have done an amazing job. What was the motivation?
Well, I would have been sleeping still, but my daughter down there, she made me get up and she forced me to come here before breakfast.
Why are you packing today? What did you want to do this for?
To help other people.
It's as simple as that. Just help other people. Well, you are amazing. Can I get an extra loud whoop whoop for Nina, who has been amazing? 3, 2, 1. Whoop whoop. You're a superstar, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
The Rise Against Hunger team are doing this every day. So for us, it feels like a special day because we're getting to do this, just be a part of this event. But for you guys, there is a deeper motivation. How does it feel when you get this kind of response from a community? I mean, these people, most of this group have signed up in the last 10 minutes.
It's overwhelming, I must tell you. Like you say, we do this every day. But for the people to come out in their droves and give an hour of their time and expecting nothing in return, you know, every minute counts, and every hand, you know, their assistance goes such a long way in ensuring that those that need these meals the most receive them. So for us, it's heartwarming to see how people come out in their droves and do this.
Obviously, the 50,000 meals packed today go towards our hashtag Meals for Mandela, 100,000 meals packed during his centenary year. How do you think Madiba would feel seeing everyday people stopping there every day to do something like this for children specifically?
Looking at all of this, thinking about the legacy, I think we've done him proud as a nation. Coming together, different colors, different races, all different ages, putting our differences aside, standing next to each other, packing food for the needy. What more could we have asked for?
Right now, I'm so proud to be a part of the Expresso family, the Rise Against Hunger family, the Kenilworth family. All of us have banded together. We started with our mission for 50,000 meals today to make up part of our 100,000 meals for Mandela, and it's happening from here. It goes on to Table Bay Mall on the 3rd of November, then it's on to Maynard on the 10th, and that last 1,000 meals, they'll be packed live on Expresso. This is so awesome to me that people took, yes, just a moment out of their time, but to do something truly remarkable. Just think of the 260 children that will be fed for an entire year because of their efforts. Amazing.
Oh, what a brilliant initiative. Well done, my boy Graham. Now, jumping to the kitchen, from plain old milk and sugar to fruit and yogurt to even a dash of chocolate milk. We have absolutely been loving all the different ways that people eat their Weet-Bix, and that's why we are dedicating every Wednesday to seeing how you eat your Weet-Bix, because we all have our very own specific way of eating it. And this morning we are going to see how our darling Jenny Morris eats hers. Jenny, lovely to have you in the kitchen. We've been loving just unpacking how different people eat theirs. We've been sharing our favorite ways of indulging in this breakfast, lunch, dinner kind of snack. But I don't think I have seen these specific ingredients paired with Weet-Bix before.
Well, it's delicious.
What's the deal?
This is beautiful. It's wheat, it's fiber. Think of bread, but it's available in your kitchen all the time, and it's always fresh.
Absolutely.
So I just break it up.
Okay.
I like to have this when I come in from work because I'm a worker. I'm such a hard worker.
You're I'm
a hard worker. My husband has it with honey and hot milk for breakfast. I do it as a midnight snack.
Really?
You can even take it. I put thick butter and Marmite
like
on it. Oh, heaven help
so
me.
are you into your midnight snacks then? Yeah?
Oh, darling,
really?
I'm a snacker. My fridge starts trembling as I come past it. Feta, because I love savory.
hang on. Okay, so feta, right?
Nice and salty. A little bit more salt, just a tiny drop more salt. I love coriander. So that goes in, and some chili.
Yeah.
You like chili?
I love chili, but never have I thought about combining it with Weet-Bix. So what's the deal? Why this specific way?
Because it's savory, it's delicious, and your body needs fiber.
Yes.
And for me, it's a wonderful way of incorporating fiber into my diet.
Okay.
Okay, and I mean, I grew up with Weet-Bix.
Absolutely, I mean, we all have, yeah. So this is it. There's no milks or anything that goes in there, just like that?
Just like that.
With some chili, my goodness.
It's delicious. I want you to have a small little bite. I won't give you the chili.
I don't mind.
Oh, don't you?
Okay, hang on. We before I do that, we have a caller on the line. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Who am I talking to?
Miriam Mokwena.
Miriam Mokwena. How are you, Miriam?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, thank you. Thank you very much for calling. So, how do you enjoy your Weet-Bix? That's what you are calling for, I presume?
I enjoy my Weet-Bix with plain yogurt and dry fruit. Since I've tried this combination, after 2 weeks, my skin has a natural glow, the one you get after jogging.
Yes, so your skin started getting a natural glow.
I can tell you why, because Weet-Bix keeps you regular.
You see now, Weet-Bix keeps you regular. Miriam, thank you very much for sharing the way that you enjoy your Weet-Bix. And what I can tell you, you have won yourself a 2,000 Rand grocery voucher. Well done, Miriam.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
You see, just for sharing your unique way of eating it, you walk away with a 2,000 Rand grocery voucher. Enjoy it, Miriam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
That's it. Okay, here we go.
Tell me you don't like that. It's amazing. Look at
You
me.
see, in my head, when I think about Weet-Bix,
I see breakfast. But, oh, there's the chili.
It's a meal.
That's amazing. That's so different. It's nice. I love the feta in there, the bit of a salt in there, the coriander as well.
And the crunch.
And that is most certainly probably one of the most unique ways I've seen it done. Jenny, thank you very, very much. Enjoy your breakfast. You can have all of that. But don't forget, there's still a chance for you to win and enter this week's competition where you can stand a chance to win that 2,000 Rand grocery voucher. So what you need to do is head over to the Expresso Facebook page, comment on the competition post, and tell us how you eat your Weet-Bix. And also be sure to include the hashtag WeetBixMyWay. Terms and conditions do apply, and they can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. That is lovely. One more?
Yeah, but this is yours.
Weet-Bix My Way. How do you love your Weet-Bix?
A very interesting way. I love seeing how everyone enjoys their breakfast. Well, after the break, we have Jenny and Anel. They're here to help you out if you have any culinary conundrums. Our lines are open. It's 021-430-9881. The culinary hotline bling is coming your way in just a bit.
All right. And also, we're still hanging out with our gorgeous angel of song, Gia. She's here performing for us her lead single. So stay tuned for that.
Moving out? Need more room? Scaling down? Private property is a great place to start your search. With thousands of new properties from South Africa's top real estate agents, banks, developers and homeowners. It's the easiest way to find your next home. Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Search privateproperty.co.za.
Enter the Win a Home competition on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance to win a brand new, fully decorated apartment at Paraflay Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand.
Okay, guys, let's go. Sound check, please.
What is it exactly about me makes you feel entitled to be pushy? Don't do it like that, do it this way. Don't you know that my way's the best way? Didn't know you're the expert in my life. It's time. I don't need your bossy, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show Express right here on SABC3. It's your Wednesday morning and a beautiful one at that. Thank you very much for joining us and tuning in this morning. Right now, though, time to quickly check out some of the interesting, funny and rather random things that we stumbled across on social media this morning. We might even throw in something cute as well.
That's right. Well, we're going to start it off with seals. I mean, there's that genetic link between them where people often call them the puppies of the ocean.
The labbies, the Labradors, yeah.
Yes, well, they're absolutely adorable. Well, this is due to, because it's considered because of they both have characteristics called caniforms. Now, take a look at this diver that's under the water and how the little seal plays with him.
Look at that.
Look.
My goodness.
Certainly a puppy of the ocean.
It's really, they've been compared to Labradors, like very kind of soft-natured, and that is
Loving.
cute, man. Hey, Tabisa, would
so
you?
Cute.
Yeah?
I couldn't. I can't even swim. What are you talking about? I mean, but listen to this one. Zoe, you probably stop a lot of traffic everywhere you go, hey?
No.
Oh, come on. Don't be modest about it. Well, how's this? A pig was spotted in the middle of a town, strutting its stuff, very just like casually strutting its stuff like nothing's going on in an almost catwalk manner. Have a look. Oh, yes, baby girl.
Yes.
Give it
Work
to
it.
them.
Literally
Work it.
stopping traffic.
Right? And exactly. Literally stopping stopping their traffic.
Where's it off to?
I think that is cute.
So when Zoe feels sassy, this is how you walk down the road, eh?
In the middle of the road, swaying my hips. I'll give it a try.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man,
that is
I love
hilarious. Awesome. Listen, how's this one? And now last week we spoke about how working out with a partner can really motivate you to gym regularly. But this next video shows you how much fun it can really be. We found a video on Instagram showing two guys who are pros at doing backflips on a Pilates ball.
Woo!
Check this. Bam!
Whoa.
Passing it back and forth to each other.
Oh, wow.
Okay, don't try this at home.
Yeah, no, please, or anywhere for that matter.
Okay, I think myself and Kat should take up this challenge, and we should challenge each other with this one. That is next level, eh? That is next level.
That is next level.
That's some serious skill.
That is some serious skill, but what a workout. What a workout. That's cool, man.
Full body workout.
I don't know. Would you try it?
I would not recommend it.
So there we have it. Thank you very much, guys. You can let us know if you've come across any interesting stories or hashtags, maybe videos that caught your attention online this morning, and feel free to share your thoughts with us online on our Facebook page or even on Twitter using that hashtag Expresso Show. Right now, you guys ready for some music?
Yeah.
Yep, Gears in studio.
Yes, she is. She has got an incredible voice and incredible talent, but she is using that voice to scream out something vitally important, tackling a range of social ills head on with one of the funkiest tunes you are ever likely to hear. Here she is with Bossy Boots.
What is it exactly about me makes you feel entitled to be purchased? Don't do it like that, do it this way. Don't you know that my way's the best way? Didn't know you're the expert in my life. Please continue while I take notes this time. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. Jumping queues to parking bays, dominate the space. Body status was first place. Yeah. Now don't go making assumptions. We don't all have the same shiny privileges. Controlling of the time, I don't mind. I guess your life's more important than mine. No, no, no. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. Why do you get to make the decisions, run the friendship, even the conversations? You be like when we do what we do, where we do, how we do. When we do what we do, where we do, how we do. When, what, where, how, I jump for you. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. I don't need your bossy boots, bossing me around, bossing up the wrong tree. Bossy boots, bossy boots. I need your bossy boots. I need your bossy boots. I need your
First of all, the bass and the beats, dudes. Thank you so much. Insane. Who did you wrong, man? Who did you wrong? We're joking about that 2018 sass. What was the vibe? Because I get there might be a person you're talking directly to, but it does speak to a very big message. What's the drive of that song?
Yeah, it's, you know, a surreptitiously political sort of track that speaks back to power. You know, everyone has that person in their life that kind of, it feels entitled, but it also speaks about, you know, we still have racism and sexism still prevalent in today's society. And then, of course, that person that's always feeling really entitled around you and pushing you around.
I love it. So we apologize if you get a look like this at some point during today, okay? But then just understand you are a bossy boots and you're going to take that award. You are awesome. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much for that. Time to get back into the official duties with the news headlines.
In the national news, Statistics South Africa's countrywide 2018 census for commercial agriculture has started. Some 600 field staff have been deployed to visit commercial farms in various parts of the country to establish the number and size of farms and crop types being grown in different areas. The census will run until June 2019. The census seeks to help Statistics South Africa obtain a full picture of commercial farming, its contribution to the economy, as well as how many people the sector employs. The census is conducted every 10 years. The MEC for Agriculture in the Northwest Province, Manketse Tlhape, says there is a need for more food security projects. Tlhape encouraged residents to become involved in farming and to have backyard gardens for food security. She was speaking at the World Food Day commemoration, which was held at Schweizernica in the Northwest. World Food Day is celebrated annually by some 150 countries that are UN member states. Tlhape also emphasized that there was a need for more food security projects in mostly disadvantaged rural areas, as that would help many impoverished people. Now moving further abroad, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed yesterday unveiled a downsized cabinet of which half the members are women. Women occupy key positions in the 20-member cabinet that includes a newly created Ministry of Peace to oversee the federal police and intelligence agencies. The new Minister of National Defense, Aisha Mohammed, is the first female to hold the post. The Minister of Peace, Muferiat Kamil, is the former Speaker of Parliament. The shake-up is the latest in a series of dramatic reforms implemented by Abiy since he took office in April after more than 2 years of anti-government unrest. And then finally, Rembrandt's masterpiece, The Night Watch, will undergo a year-long multi-million-euro overhaul at Amsterdam's Rijksmuseum under the full gaze of the public, its general director said yesterday. The unique project will allow art lovers to see the masterpiece restored to its full glory in a huge bulletproof glass cage. Over the last 3.5 centuries, the world-famous painting has endured several moves: an escape from the Nazis in World War II when it was hidden in a cave, a disturbed man slashed it 12 times in 1975, and in 1990, another man sprayed acid on it. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
We kick it off with football. Bafana's frustration in front of goal once again proved to be their downfall as they played out to a goalless draw with the Seychelles in the AFCON qualifier yesterday. South Africa dominating the game with 75% of the ball possession, 20 shots at goal, but out of those 20, only 4 were on target. Other results coming out of our AFCON qualifying campaigns from yesterday: Egypt beat Eswatini 2-0, Nigeria edged out Libya 3-2, and Namibia beat Mozambique 1-0. Staying with football, France came out on top in a battle of the World Cup champions last night as they beat Germany by 2-1 in the UEFA Nations League. At the Stade de France, Germany looked on course to record a much-needed win as they went ahead through a Toni Kroos penalty, but the home side came back strong and secured the victory thanks to an Antoine Griezmann goal and a penalty. In other Nations League results, Wales beat the Republic of Ireland by 1-0, while Armenia thrashed Macedonia 4-0. And then lastly, sadly, some bad news on the cricketing front as Proteas batsman JP Germany will have to undergo shoulder surgery. And we'll see him miss the inaugural Mzansi Super League, launching today with the official draft and the Proteas tour of Australia. So Germany was set to serve as the marquee player for the Cape Town Blitz in the Mzansi Super League, but an injury picked up during the Proteas series against Zimbabwe will see him out for an extended period of time. And that Mzansi Super League squad, all of the squads in fact, will be decided today as the players draft takes place in Johannesburg. Watch social media, in particular our own Cat's social media platforms, very closely if you want a sneak peek there as well. But that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Just a couple of minutes past 8 o'clock, let's quickly take a last look as to what's happening out on the roads for your Wednesday morning. Cape Town, Tableview, there's congestion on the R27 West Coast Road. Heavy delays can be expected approaching the N1 highway, and that's due to the My City bus strikes. Please allow for some extra travel time this morning. And in Gauteng, Bedford View on the N3 northbound, there has been a multi-vehicle accident after the Gululis interchange. The left lane is currently blocked and delays can be expected in the area. Please approach there with caution as well. Well, that's what I have for you in terms of your traffic. If you're still heading out this morning, please drive with care and reach your destination safely. Getting into your weather for the very last time as well. Before we do so, we'd like to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you that sent in a beautiful picture. Thank you to Errol Joseph for your sunrise picture from Kalk Bay in Cape Town. Looks beautiful. Paul Barnard for your spectacular sunrise while hiking at Kunu Falls Lodge in Ikopa, located in KZN, as well as Nuran Koopman for your golden orange sunrise from Kimberley in the Northern Cape. And then also lastly, Kerry Lee Avis for this golden sunrise picture from Durban and KZN. But absolutely amazing to see all of those pictures and what it looks like in your parts of the world. Thank you very much. We'll continue sharing some of your pictures once again tomorrow. Remember, you can post or take them and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Getting into your temperatures quickly for the last time. Polokwane starting off on 14 minimum, reaching a high of 28 with a chance of thunder showers. Mbombela 12 minimum with a maximum 19 and thunder showers expected as well. Pretoria 14.28, Johannesburg 11.27, Maikeng 13.30, Klerksdorp 11.29, Kimberley 10.27, Bloemfontein 6 and a high of 24, Richards Bay 13, reaching a high of 18 degrees, Pietermaritzburg 10 minimum, your maximum 13, Durban 16, reaching a high of 18, Mthatha 8.13, East London 10 minimum, your maximum 17, Cradock 5.19, Port Elizabeth 11.18, George 10 and a high of 17, Sutherland 6 minimum, reaching a high of 20, Cape Town 12.22, Worcester 10 minimum, your maximum 24, Springbok 15.28, Uppington 15 and a high of 30 today. And that's where we leave your weather and your temperatures for your Wednesday morning.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Well, I don't think there's a single person in this world that doesn't love Fridays. However, getting through the actual day can still be a bit of a challenge, which is why we end every Friday morning off with our viewer favorite, the Expresso Friday dance that gets people stepping into the weekend on the right note.
That's right. Now, because we know how much you love it, we're doing something very special this Friday, the 19th of October. You at home can join us in the fun of welcoming the weekend. If you come down to the Jungle Gym in the middle of the Sea Point Promenade from 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday, we will be learning the choreography so we can perform the dance live before the end of the show on Friday.
That's exciting. Now be part of history as we open our doors to you so we can have an epic start to the weekend. Those details again, we're meeting up with us, come meet up with us at the Jungle Gym that's in the middle of the Sea Point Promenade from 6 a.m.
Oh, this is so awesome. It's time for us to get a little bit of
I need some energy, girl.
I need some energy as well. What are you going to have?
Can I have a blueberry muffin? Because I've been smelling the muffins the whole morning.
Delish.
They taste like candy floss and fruit all wrapped up into
It's a
one.
party in your mouth, basically.
Really, it's a festival.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to be showing you how to take care of all of your bed linen and towels, because there's a very specific way that you keep them looking good for longer, and we'll share that with you.
Because you spend money. You spend a lot of money on linen now.
And they're not cheap either.
Ooh, man. So you want to make sure that you look after them. Then, of course, you want to look after yourselves and your own culinary exploits in the kitchen. We're going to open the lines. Jenny and Anel are here, our superstar team. Why? For the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! We'll see you in a mo.
I'm just going to small piece.
Oh, wow.
Small piece.
Oh,
enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Obesity, the #1 health risk pets face. More than 50% of pets are overweight or obese. Just one slice of toast to a dog equals one whole burger to a human. Take your pet for a free check today. Hills Pet Nutrition, transforming lives.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Call us. It's your Culinary hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. 021-430-9881. That is the number. You can call us right now. Our lines are open. If you have any cooking conundrums that you need solved, we have our leading ladies, Jenny Morris and Anel Potgieter, joining us this morning. Welcome, ladies. Lovely to have you. And here we go. Here we go. So we have somebody on the line as we kick off.
Wow.
We have Jenny. Hello, Jenny from Cape Town. Good morning.
Hello, Jenny and Anel. Hello there.
Hi, Jenny. Are you well? Okay, cool. Jenny, what's your question?
My question is, I saw somebody on television making butter from buttermilk.
Making butter from buttermilk. What's the best way to go about doing that?
I didn't see the beginning of the program, so I don't know what else they did to the buttermilk.
Okay, Jenny. All right, thank you very much.
They started off
Any
with...
ideas?
Yes, Jenny, they started off with cream because cream is what you use to make butter, and buttermilk
is a byproduct.
Exactly.
From butter. Yeah,
makes
making
beautiful
butter.
muffins.
Yeah. I won't make butter from buttermilk because it is a byproduct. But these days you buy buttermilk in the shops, and
cultured.
it's cultured milk. So it really won't work for butter. So just use cream to make butter.
A nice high fat content cream, yes.
And keep churning.
Beat it to death.
You grew up with butter.
Yes, I was just telling Jenny and Anel this morning. I grew up on a small holding on a farm, and we had cows. My mom used to have one of these big glass jars with that kind of turn McGafter. It really amused me as a kid, and she would make butter, and that was amazing. I love that. Thank you very much, Jenny, for your question. Sure. All right, we have Sharon on the line from Gauteng. Good morning, Sharon.
Hi, morning, Ewan. Lovely to talk to you.
Yes, lovely to have you on the line. Thank you for tuning in. So, Sharon, what's your question to our lovely ladies?
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Nell.
Hi, Sharon.
I hope you ladies can help me out. I use the microwave quite a bit. Could you give me a good recipe to cook rice in the microwave?
Rice, it's easy. Just remember, rice always takes 29 to 30 minutes, depending on what type of rice it is. But ordinary long grain rice, I do it all the time.
Yummy as well.
Salt, water, cover it, I stick it in, and I let it just go. I set my microwave for 20 minutes, then I check it. If you want to add more boiling water, and just keep going until it's nice and tender, but don't go more than 30.
Yeah, what I normally do as well, I add the same quantity of water that you add when you cook it on the stove.
Exactly that,
And
yes.
I boil my water beforehand.
Yes.
And then I cover it with cling film.
Yes.
And then I put it in for about 20 minutes, and then I just leave it there so it absorbs the water naturally.
Yes.
And then it's quite loose. I did some, what is koring? Wheat last night,
lovely,
actually. And that
yes.
also works in the microwave.
Do you? Can I ask you, when you put the cling film over, do you have to kind of poke holes in it?
No, you want it to steam.
Yes.
But you know what I've got now? I've got a Tupperware rice cooker.
Uh-huh.
It might be old-fashioned, but it works like a dream.
It works. And you don't have to kind of adjust the microwave's power. You just full power.
Full
What is
power.
it normally, 900 watts or something like that?
Full steam ahead,
Oh, 800.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Sharon. I hope that helped you out this morning. Now, last week, ladies, we had a viewer question about milk course. And this one came from Bruce Shefferman saying, it's a milk course we couldn't get to promise. We're showing you a quick recipe. Okay, cool. So he wanted to know what's the best way to go about making milk course. What's one of my favorites?
Mine as well.
Hey?
I grew up with it. It's just like that wintry, beautiful comfort food.
Yes.
And the smell of cinnamon sugar. Oh, it's just... Oh, it reminds me of my family dinners. You
That's
know,
the thing, you know.
So all you need is milk. So first of all, you put some milk into your pot.
All right, Bruce, I hope you're taking note this morning.
And then you can flavour your milk. I've got cinnamon sticks here.
Yes.
But you can put, jy kan 'n rooibos tee sakkie insit or anything that you like to flavour your milk. So you put that in.
Yep.
And you put a bit of sugar in to sweeten it. And you bring that to boil.
Right.
Okay. So while that is on the stove, you mix flour and butter.
Okay.
Net tot dit sulke vrummeltjies. In Afrikaans is dit vrummeltjie kos.
Vrummeltjie kos.
Yeah, so vrummeltjie kos. So you frummel it like that, so it looks like, and then you just stir this in, but the milk must be boiling now, and then you just stir this in, and this will thicken it, the milk, and it will make like little vrummeltjies, sulke bolletjies binnekant.
It's like a beurre manière when you want to thicken your white sauces and stews.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
But what a lot of people also do, they make a pasta dough.
Yes.
En dan noem hulle dit melksnysels.
Yes, that
and then they cut the pasta in long strips, and then they add that to thicken it up.
That's delicious, that.
And then to serve it with lots of cinnamon sugar and butter.
Takes me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
Weekends with family.
Yes.
Rainy nights. That's exactly
Georgia,
it.
do you think I'm winking at you?
It looks like you're winking at me. Are you not winking at me? I thought you're just being your usual sassy self there,
If you're in the middle of us, we could be our usual sassy selves.
We're going to be back with our leading ladies in just a bit. Jenny Morris and Anel Potgieter is the Culinary hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting. Call us 021 430 9881.
Well, we certainly learn a lot on the show, from all of the cooking conundrums to now also how to take care of the things that's really expensive and that means the most to you. And there's there's that mindset that suggests that clothing and bed linen need to be of a high quality and that they can easily be replaced. That may have been the case when fabrics were less expensive, but it certainly isn't so today. So today we're talking about quality fabrics and how to care for them to ensure that they last longer. Obviously, cleaning and caring for fabrics requires a trusted and efficient detergent. You won't go wrong when you choose any of these amazing MAC products.
So here we are, dishing out the tips. MAC Auto Washing Powder to the rescue. It contains a high active detergent combined with a range of enzymes to efficiently clean and safely remove stains. It is also specially formulated to give top performance in your front loader washing machine, or if washing by hand, or in a top loader, basically anywhere and everywhere. MAC hand washing powder is the way to go. It's super strong formulation. It has a high foam level to thoroughly clean and remove stains. And to add the final touch, MAC soft fabric conditioner combines a gentle softening agent to lubricate and condition fibers, making garments soft and comfortable to wear, together with encapsulated perfume pearls to leave garments with a clean, fresh smell.
Okay, well, now that we've gone through the products, we're obviously talking about high quality fabrics. Now, natural fibers such as linen and cotton are hard wearing and comfortable to wear because the fabric breathes and it's easy to care for. Now, certain synthetic fabrics such as your poly cotton offers the best of both worlds. Now, polyester, it retains its shape and it also has a lower crease profile when combined with cotton for its natural attributes, resulting in an easy to wear and easy care for linen. Now, always check the label for the fabric content. I think that's very important.
Yeah, very important. Well, high thread count will definitely definitely make for better sheets, right? But it's the thread that makes, matters even more, right? A sheet of a better quality fiber but with a lower thread count will often feel softer and stand up to washing better than a sheet of a lower quality fiber and a higher thread count. So to clean and care for your sheets, choose high performance product such as a MAC Auto or MAC hand washing powder. These products are formulated to deep clean and remove stains. Now, pure cotton sheets should be washed at a temperature of 50 degrees for a thorough clean, and MAC Soft Fabric Conditioner contains a gentle softening ingredient which reduces excessive creasing, making ironing so much easier, and encapsulated perfume pearls to keep your bed linen smelling fresh. And everybody loves that.
We all love that. Now, having to avoid, now for putting the spotlight on looking after your towels, having to avoid them, going all saggy and things. Now, cotton towels are probably the most common choice, but not all cottons are the same regard to quality. Now, special care goes a long way in preparing the fabric. So use MAC Auto or hand wash to ensure the removal of stains and a thorough clean. Now, opt for a warm to hot cycle. Do not overload your machine as the towels need to move in the drum. Set the machine for an extra rinse to remove all traces of dirt and detergent. Do not use fabric conditioner after every wash, as this can reduce the absorbency of your towels.
That's right. Well, MAC makes your wash day a little easier, and we're making it easy for you to win a MAC hamper every single day, or every week rather. To stand a chance of winning, SMS the keyword MAC to 33728. SMSs are charged at R1.50. No free SMSs apply. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And now this week's giveaway ends at midnight this Friday.
MAC washing powder works really hard on tough stains, so you don't have to. Making it easy for you to shine.
We're going to take the quickest stop breaks, after which something incredibly cute. Dogs and dancers uniting for a truly pawsome cause.
I see what you did there. Yeah. Pawsome. I'm all here for it. Talking about pawsome or awesome, the culinary hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting is still in the house, and we catch up with them after the break.
So I forgot my ting, ting, ting.
This coming Thursday on Winner Home, it's a last-minute scramble as the design duos work towards completing their second challenge.
This looks like chaos.
I'm just hoping it comes together.
With 2 bathrooms to design and decorate in only 2 weeks, will they finish on time? And will the judges be blown away by their unique spaces?
Wow.
Watch all the design drama unfold with Winner Home, Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand Prize Luxury Penthouse Apartment by Baldwin Properties.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso right here on SABC3. It's the Culinary Hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting. Get involved. Call us 021 430 9881. That is the number if you have a culinary conundrum that you want us to sort out. Jenny Morris and Al Potret back with us. All right, ladies, so there's one question that I want to get to. There was a question from Rafaela Johnson on Facebook asking, what's the difference in baking in a thermofan oven than a conventional oven? Is there a difference when it comes to maybe things like cake texture?
First, I think it's to explain what is a thermofan oven.
Yes.
So
Okay.
a thermofan oven has got an element at the top and at the bottom, and it's got an element at the back with a fan. So it distributes the air all over.
Okay.
So a normal oven has just got the two elements. It's
All
still
right.
got the fan, but it hasn't got an element there. So Jenny, then the temperature must go?
I always put it down about 10 degrees.
On the convection?
On the convection. Yeah,
No, on the thermofan.
On the thermofan, because it's rotating the air and it cooks beautifully and evenly.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've never ever had a dry cake.
Yeah, no.
You know.
And the texture of the cakes are the same.
Yes.
It's just that in a thermofan you can cook more.
Yes.
Evenly, you can
Yes.
cook a lot of stuff in the
Yes,
oven.
it does.
Okay,
It
so,
does.
so we like thermofans.
Yes,
We love
we love thermofans, but remember, just turn the temperature down.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Next question we had from Shoaib Salih on Facebook saying, I have taken over cooking from my wife while she is studying. Good on you, mate.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
Good man.
I'm out of ideas, though, as to what to make with chicken
Yeah.
tonight. Please help.
Do you want to give one and I give one?
Yes. The first thing I want to say is when you've got chicken, and I love the breast, and everybody say the breasts are dry, so I clap it with a meat hammer, thin. And then I put them in the pan with a bit of butter. I add some fresh herbs like these. I just went into the garden. Here's some thyme, some basil, some chopped parsley, some
Lovely.
lemon juice over that chicken, and a bit of stock.
Delish.
And then you just simmer it for about 5 minutes. Then it's done, and you serve it over pasta. Delicious.
Absolutely.
There's an idea.
Or he could take the chicken and break its back.
Okay.
Whoa.
Make a flatty.
Make a
And
flatty.
Make a flatty. Just take out the breastbone. I like to cook that with peri-peri, with bay leaves, with ginger, with garlic, with lemon zest, lemon juice,
It's
and
kind of
coconut
rub
milk.
all over it.
And coconut milk.
Yeah.
And I just stick them in the oven and forget about it on about 150 degrees so he can do the ironing and wash the dish. You know, he can like do the stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing everything
He's doing
for her.
everything
Yeah.
for her.
Well done, Mr.
And,
Salih. I
and
like
before
that.
you know, you just wiggle its little legs, Mr. Salih, and if their bones are loose, it's time to serve dinner.
Then you know. I love that. Wiggle the little legs.
Yes.
We have a caller on the line, Jenny from Joburg. How's it, Jenny?
Oh, another Jenny.
Morning.
Oh, Janice. Sorry. Hello, Janice.
Good morning to you all. I went out the other evening and had the most divine pudding. It was strawberry and mascarpone roulade.
Oh, lovely.
Now, I want to know that roulade, would it be thinned down with like creme fraiche or something?
What did she say?
Can you just repeat that?
Can it be?
I had a pudding.
Yeah.
The dessert was like a meringue and mascarpone roulade.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would you like to know about the roulade?
Would that mascarpone be thinned down with like creme fraiche or
Yes.
something?
Of course.
With the
course.
mascarpone thinned down.
Yes, of course.
But you can mix it with
fraiche.
Creme fraiche. You
Or
can
sour
mix it
cream.
with sour cream,
Yeah.
and it will actually work
okay.
well. Yeah, it worked very well with the cake.
Yeah, because I know what she's saying. It's too dense and too
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So obviously a bit of thinning down when it comes to the mascarpone.
Yeah,
You can do
and-
that with a
yes.
creme
Yeah, and
fraiche
you can
or-
just add a little bit of milk, I think, as
Yeah.
well to it.
Or you could just use plain creme fraiche, actually. It would be
Okay.
lovely.
There we go. Thank you very much, Janice.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Janice.
Pleasure. Have a beautiful day. Another Facebook question. What's the difference between white bread flour and cake flour? And are they interchangeable?
Gluten.
Gluten
Gluten is the big difference. Okay.
Yeah, because bread flour has got a lot of gluten because it needs more structure.
Yeah, bread flour has got, I think, about 5 or 6% more protein in it.
Okay.
So the protein makes the gluten, and that's
Yeah.
what you need for that elasticity in bread. With cake flour, you don't need that so much, but it
Yeah.
is interchangeable.
Okay, so you can.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
1 cup of this or 1, you can just change them. It
That's good to know because whenever I get sent out to the shops to go buy flour, you get with that, cake flour and the white bread flour. You're like,
Oh.
But you know what? There's one thing to remember, excuse me, is that don't overmix it because you're going to activate that gluten
Gluten,
in a
yeah.
cake. So you'll have a lovely cake loaf.
That's why you
Yeah.
guys say don't overmix.
Yeah, don't
I
overmix
get it.
it, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing your wisdom with the
Thank
nation this
you.
morning, you gorgeous ladies. Thank you very much.
Such a
That is
flirt.
it for your Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. We'll pick up your questions once again next week, Wednesday.
Ladies here, of course, they will be back with us next week. And although most pet owners, they try to ensure their pets are kept safe, our cunning four-legged friends, they sometimes still manage to go astray on their own little adventures.
That they do. But knowing what to do and how to prevent it can go a long way in keeping them safe.
Now, did you know that according to global statistics, 1 in 3 pets will go missing at least once in their lifetime? Now, most of our four-legged friends, well, they are great little escape artists. Some dogs may slip out the gate in pursuit of squirrels and cats, and also known to take wrong turns or even get stuck inside people's garages. But no matter how or why it happened, losing our pets can be devastating. And that's why, as responsible pet parents, we need to know how to minimize the chances and also what to do in case it does happen. Marika, nutritional advisor for Hills Pet Nutrition South Africa, is here to explain the best ways to go about finding lost pets and all the precautionary measures that we can take along with it. Marika, thank you very much for joining us. So good to see you again.
Yes, it's lovely being here.
I think our pups are way happier to see you than I am at this stage.
They always are, aren't they?
Man, they are absolutely crazy this morning. But listen, this is a very important subject we're talking about. I think also leading into the end of the year, lots of celebration periods coming up as well. We need to look after our pets. And what are some of the things that we can do to try and prevent our pets from escaping or getting out? Because the last thing we want to do is either cage them or tie them down. We don't want to do that.
Absolutely. I think the first thing is to ensure that your fencing or the barriers that you can keep your pets in are really pet safe. So for small dogs, check there are gaps where they can exit. And if you have larger dogs, make sure that they can't get over the walls or gates. I've had an incident where I've had to change my own fencing to make sure that my dog doesn't visit the neighbors. The other thing that one can do is for cats specifically, electric fencing does help keeping them inside. They are a worry. They can climb most of things, so electric fencing seems to keep them inside and not to wander.
So should it happen that they do manage to escape and they are missing, and now all of a sudden you as a pet parent, you start panicking, what's your first step? I mean, where do you even start?
I think the first thing is social media. We can use it very well in trying to, especially on community pages and so forth, trying to source our pets. In our community, we often, if we see a dog going, that doesn't seem like it should be on the road, you take a picture, post on the community, and you find the pet owner really soon. Yeah. Make sure that they have a collar and a tag on. And most importantly, I think, have your pet microchipped before you get into any trouble like that.
And that brings me to the point of microchipping. It's almost becoming mandatory now, whether you're buying a pet or maybe you're adopting as well. But a lot of people still aren't doing it or deeming it as important. And now we can start understanding why.
It is incredibly important. Luckily, if you adopt a pet from a shelter or from a registered breeder, they should be microchipped. It's mandatory. I think it's important that we visit the vet and have our pets microchipped to ensure that if they're found, they can be identified and you are contacted to say where your pet is. Lots of pets end up in shelters or in places where they stay for weeks. Yeah. Their owners frantically searching for them but not able to find them.
Exactly. Maybe just quickly tell us how it's done for people who still need to get their dogs microchipped. It's not an invasive procedure at all. It's actually very simple.
No, it's very, very simple. It's like a vaccination. So it's a needle that puts a chip in that's smaller than a rice grain. The important thing I would say is to keep your information updated.
Just quickly, last one. I know the City of Cape Town has launched Pet Finder, which I think is magnificent, in an attempt to make locating your missing pets easier. And I think this is great because now there's another avenue for us to make sure that we can take control of where our pets are should they get out or escape.
I think that's exactly the point, that we need as many platforms as possible to be able to find our pets when they get lost. It's not like you can ask them where they are. And there's a few that, some people see a cat or a dog and start feeding them thinking they're strays. So the more avenues we have, the better.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Marika, for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Really appreciate it. Good to see you again. So make sure, keep all of this in mind and, taking measures to make sure that your pet is microchipped. It can go a long way in helping to find them should they ever go missing. Look after your pets.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
Well, such brilliant advice there. Thank you so much, Ewan. With only 30 minutes to go on your Feel Good Breakfast show, you might be thinking we're heading towards a downhill club. No, we're taking it to the next level. The beautiful Gia is still in studio and has one more performance for you.
Oh, and then speaking of performances, we've got Kate, a dancer who's going to be uniting with Shadow, the awesome superstar, this morning for a performance. Dancing with Dogs is back. Are you guys ready for your performance?
Yeah.
Shadow, are you ready? Oh, Shadow is ready. Yay! I'll see you in a moment. Well done, boy.
Go, Shadow.
Add a little goodness to your day, your friend's day, and make your school's year as the Crush Share the Goodness campaign returns. Last year, the Crush crew gave away 10,000 pairs of school shoes across South Africa. By watching Afternoon Express for spring through the summer and refreshing yourself with your favorite Clover Krush flavor, you stand daily chances of winning for yourself, your friends, and school. Details to follow on Afternoon Express. As the Crush Share the Goodness campaign returns. Last year,
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. The excitement is about to go down. We know that we all love dogs, but dancers love dogs especially, and it comes to bear now in the 7th annual event at the Artscape. It's been such an amazing fundraiser working towards mass sterilization. So, of course, representing Dancers Love Dogs is Bridget Reeve-Taylor. You're a favorite on our show. Great to have you join us again. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone.
And then the real superstars, of course, are going to upstage us completely. We've got Kate. Welcome, Kate. Thank you so much for joining us. And the awesome Shadow. So before we chat about this year's event and what you guys are doing with the funds, first of all, explain to us, we've got a sneak peek of your performance here. How long have you guys been training, and why do you love to dance with your best mate here?
I've been training since I got Shadow, so 3 years ago.
Wow.
And I just enjoy dancing with dogs.
It's something very special, and when you're raising funds as well, why is this so important for you to be a part of all of this?
Well, I love dancing, I love dogs, and...
So does Shadow, so does Shadow.
Yes. Dancers raise money for dogs, so I think it's amazing.
Yes, boy, we know. Well, I think someone is ready to perform. Kate, can we hand over the floor to you to give us a performance? I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for Kate and Shadow.
Yeah, very nice, watch me.
Oh, Bridget, get in here. Oh, and Shadow's back to his trailer. I'm going to ask you to stand right over there next to a very proud ambassador. Kate, thank you so much. You really are awesome. The musicality of Shadow was just amazing to me. That was really, really fun, really, really creative. But it really does underpin how fun this event is. But let's take nothing away from him. Am I right in saying that you guys have managed to raise 2.4 million rand so far? That's 10,579 animals sterilized.
Yeah. So far to date, and it changes every day. Today there's a big steri happening, so today's figure will change.
How do you find a mechanism, a formula for success in this way? What has made this work? There are so many other organizations, initiatives trying to do what you guys are doing and faltering. You've been able to make it work. Why? How do you get it all to click?
I think if people trust the work you're doing, you're going to get support, number one. We don't support any welfare org. We pay the vets directly for the sterilization, so people trust they know exactly where their money's going.
It's a social enterprise. Yeah, I love that.
And we don't favor any. We favor dogs and cats, or animals, should I say, that they're the ones that we're helping. So it's not really about organizations.
I don't know if anyone has ever said no to you, but I would imagine it's very difficult when you've got these amazing ambassadors and gorgeous ambassadors like Shadow. You've got some big names involved this year. When we look at your 7th now annual Dancers Love Dogs, Alan Committee, I mean, does it get funnier? Does it get bigger, better?
And Alan is really a huge supporter of Dancers Love Dogs. I mean, he wants to be involved every year, and our audience kind of expect him to be involved now.
And he is one of the funniest human beings alive, a brilliant performer.
He's phenomenal.
And I'm sure for all of the younger performers as well, to have that kind of voice in the mix must be amazing. But you've gone kind of global now. There is a Los Angeles connection. If you thought you had hit your ceiling last year, forget that. How have you managed to make things bigger and better?
So right now this is the first time we're announcing that we're opening in Los Angeles on the 16th of December. Wow. And it's 2 special ladies, Ashley Wilson and Sarah Hayes. Sarah Hayes from the TV series Flesh and Bone, a phenomenal dancer and an animal lover. And we're working together. We've got Kelly from Dancers and Dogs in USA, who's going to be coming on board to help us.
I love the fact that you're creating one collaborative footprint, because you can do so much more very quickly with the last 10 seconds. How can we get tickets? How can we support?
Please comp your ticket. We've only got a few to go. We need them because 1 seat is 1 sterilization, so we have to sell out. And please support us on social media and My Planet, My School. We need more beneficiaries.
And that's a no-brainer from our side as well. We love what Willies do through that program. Kate, thank you so much. You are a superstar, sister. Thank you so much, Bridge. We love you. Mwah.
We love
Good luck,
you.
Shadow.
Thank
You're
you,
going to be
Expresso.
a scene stealer, but you know where you can get those tickets. Get onto CompuTicket. We'll have all of those details on our social media platforms. But thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Really, really love
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh man, how cute was that, hey?
Absolutely amazing.
Especially when he ducks his head in there like that. It was adorable, man. Go out, support this worthy initiative as well. Right now, though, we're making some breakfast with Helene Meyer. Helene's back. Thank you very much for joining us. And
always good to be here.
The thing is, with our busy lives, we tend to skip breakfast, or even worse, we just grab something unhealthy on the go. So we're sorting you out this morning with breakfast in a glass, and it's filled with great veggies, and it's got protein. So you're speaking my language.
Yes, very important. I think that's the mistake a lot of people make, is they think that grabbing on the go thing they don't know what's in it is problematic.
It's purely just to fill that hunger void, you know, that's
yeah,
there.
but you need something that keeps you full until you can have your next meal.
Okay,
so
cool.
in here, I've got raw almonds that were covered with boiling water and then blended. So it looks like almond milk,
right?
But it is almonds and water that was blended together. So that's sort of the base, and obviously a good source of protein then already.
Yes.
Then spinach. It's going to be a nice green smoothie.
We love a green monster early in the morning.
Definitely. Some cucumber. And the beautiful thing about a smoothie is that you can use whatever you prefer. If you don't like cucumber, add an apple or some celery or a banana, whatever it is that you enjoy.
Yeah.
For seasoning, I've got some ginger and just finely grated ginger, a bit of fresh mint. And then I'm going to add an avo, obviously also for as a good source of protein.
That's it.
And it makes it nice and smooth.
And
so
then you get your healthy fats in as well.
Exactly. So this is dairy-free. because you are using the avo for some smoothness and some creaminess instead of the whoops-a-daisy, that's
nice one.
popping avo pip, instead of milk or yogurt, which some people prefer not to have.
Absolutely.
So the avo is absolutely fantastic, and it's packed with healthy oils.
Would you prefer prepping this fresh in the morning before you go, or can you do it a little bit in advance, or prep some of the things in advance?
You could probably blend this. This is just a bit of lemon juice. I love lemon with avo.
Yes.
So you could prep this in the evening, and especially if you put it in a container that seals airtight. Until you're going to enjoy it, it shouldn't change color because of the lemon, and you've got other elements, so the avo should be fine.
And then some extra protein. We need more protein in there. Can we?
Yes, we are going to add some chia seeds, so you can either add some now and blend it, or you can stir this in afterwards, because the other thing that a chia seed does is that it thickens the liquid, the consistency of your smoothie. So you can add a little bit of water because yes, that's perfect.
Is that good?
Then blend that, and I'm going to prepare some zest that we can, some lime,
Let's
like lemon
get this
zest.
going very quickly. The keyword is Woolworths. SMS that to 33728. That's Woolworths to 33728. You can get the most amazing fresh produce there. Check this out. Bam! Yes, there we go. There we go. It's beautiful. So while this one blends up, the keyword is Woolworths. SMS that to 33728. If you've missed any of the steps, here, quick look again. Getting the consistency just right. The keyword is Woolworths. It's 33728. Bam. That should do it.
Perfect.
Right. Let's check
and then
this guy
into
out.
a glass. Nice and thick.
So you can see it's nice and thick. You can almost like eat it with a spoon. There we go.
That's actually the idea, that it's not supposed to go through a straw.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't use straws in any event. So unless it's a recyclable version. And then you can add some more chia seeds. And a nice little bit of lemon zest. You can obviously add some of the zest into the smoothie as well if you want.
And load it up, and there you have it. You've got healthy fats, you've got protein, you've got fiber, you've got everything in there that you need to make a solid breakfast that will keep you nice and full for long, and will also kickstart your metabolism early in the morning.
Very important.
We need protein as breakfast. Helene,
definitely.
Thank you very much. I love that.
Pleasure.
Check it out. The keyword is Woolworths. Send that to 33728. It will be on our website as well, expressoshow.com. And also remember, making vegetables the star over the summer can be a lot more fun than you think. So what you need to do, healthy eating really comes with the reward with this one. If you're a Discovery Vitality member, you'll get up to 25% cash back when shopping for over 1,000 healthy food products at Woolworths. So make sure to look out for the Vitality stamp on their products in-store, online, and also on the app. Helene, thank you very, very much.
Enjoy your breakfast.
This is magnificent. Thank you very much. Woolworths 33728. Cheers. All right, we're going to be taking a very quick ad break. When we come back, still a couple of minutes left of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Gia is back with another performance.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. Enter the Win a Home competition by voting for your favorite design duo on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance of winning a fully decorated apartment at Parterflay Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand. Plus, you'll automatically be entered into the weekly draw, where this coming Thursday night, you could walk away with the new Samsung Galaxy Watch with phone capability via Bluetooth, fitness tracking, and interchangeable strap. And if that's not enough, Capitec clients stand a chance to win a further 5,000 rand in cash. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Win a Home every Thursday evening at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Do all the things that make your little heart burst, as long as you remember to live, love, laugh.
Yes. I'm going to ask you about performance details where
Yeah.
people can spend their money.
When the sunlight goes, the city slows. Thoughts of another day, heart pounds my breath away. What tomorrow holds, nobody knows. Take it easy, they say go with the flow. Live your life, do what you gotta do. And always remember, let your little light shine through. Do all the things that make your little heart burst, as long as you remember to live, love, laugh is what they say. Live, love, laugh is what they say. Love, love, laugh is what they say. But sometimes it gets too much, and all I wanna really do is break away, break away, break away. When the sunlight goes, the city slows. Thoughts of another day, heart pounds my breath away. What tomorrow holds, nobody knows. Take it easy, they say.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Expresso, just in time for one final performance from Gear. But before we blow your mind out, of course, give you some details on where you can see this incredible performer live, let's win some more awesome prizes.
Thank you so much, G-Man. It's time for the final spin of our Expresso morning show, loot.co.za wheel. Are you ready, everybody? Okay, we're warming up. It's the last and final one, of course. All you need to do is be one of the 3 viewers that get a chance to spin this amazing wheel. Now, you have to download the new loot.co.za app. Send us a screen grab to the number 071-640-6551 and make sure you register to the app as well. And then we'll be calling you to give you the opportunity to spin this wheel. Let's just reiterate what some of those prizes are. We've got Sennheiser headphones, DeLonghi toasters. New to the loot.co.za spin wheel is a Yato toolbox valued at 4,750 Rand. Levels up in here. Nescafe Dolce Gusto coffee machines, which has been the favorite today. Also a ceiling fan, a Garmin tracker, DeLonghi kettles, and Energizer power banks. We have got Bernadette from Cape Town on the line. Hello, Bernadette.
Hello there.
How are you, my darling?
I'm super excited and nervous and all in one.
Yeah, I'm super excited and nervous for you as well. So now, from that list of prizes, is there anything that you've got your eye on, Bernadette?
Coffee machine won't be too bad.
You know, Bernadette, everybody wants the coffee machine. I'm in there as well. I feel you. Okay, cool. So I'm sending you positive vibes. Vibes. And I'm going to do the spin for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Will it land on the prize that Bernadette has been longing for? It seems like we're almost there, but no, she got! Oh my goodness! Okay, but I've got one that's just as cool for you. I've got a ceiling fan worth 2,000 Rand. Congratulations, Bernadette! What a great way to go into the festive season. How easy was that, Bernadette?
Feels nice to win.
I know. It will look
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bernadette. And you see, it's as easy.
And
oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Expresso and Loot. How awesome is Bernadette? And you could be one of our lucky winners this morning. All you have to do is from tomorrow, make sure you download the new loot.co.za app, screen grab it, send it to us at 071-640-6551. Register, and you could be winning big with loot.co.za.
Yes. Is it Bernadette? Bernadette, we are your biggest fan. Oh, you see what I did there? Now keep playing, guys. Awesome prizes still to be given away. Yeah, we've been loving having you here. Gentlemen, you've been absolutely amazing. Your work on the bass, dude, it's insane. We want to see you live. Where can we see you perform?
So you can catch us live on the 31st of October at the Raptor Room in Ruland Street.
Ooh, so brace yourself. And then if we want to buy said tunes that we've heard...
Said tunes are found on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, on most of the purchasing site platforms. And it's best to type in my name, G-H-I-A, and the EP title, State of Being.
State of Being. Have a listen. If you haven't heard this morning, you can also go onto our YouTube page, our channel after the fact, and have a listen, and it will inspire you to go and download. What are you going to shut this show down with?
We're going to shut it down with a song called Live, Love, Laugh.
Oh, boy, don't we need more of that, guys. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting you.
Thank you so much.
You are a superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, one last performance from Gia.
When the sunlight goes, the city slows. Thoughts of another day, heart pounds my breath away. What tomorrow holds, nobody knows. Take it easy, they say go with the flow. Live your life, do what you gotta do. And always remember, let your little light shine through. Do all the things that make your little heart burst, as long as you remember to live, love, laugh is what they say. Live, love, laugh is what they say. Live, love, laugh is what they say. But sometimes it gets too much, and all I want to really do is break away. Break away. Break away. When the sunlight goes, the city slows. Thoughts of another day, heart pounds my breath away. What tomorrow holds, nobody knows. Take it easy, they say go with the flow. Live your life, do what you gotta do. Find someone who love who makes you laugh a bit too. Love is hard work, laughing makes your soul burst, as long as you remember to live, love, laugh is what they say. Live, love, laugh is what they say. Live, love, laugh is what they say. Do all the things, don't step a foot wrong. The angst that we live in, because we're unforgiven. Love yourself and don't forget to laugh. But sometimes when it gets too much, know that it's okay to break away. Break Live, love, laugh your troubles away. Live, love, laugh every day. Love, laugh is what they say.
Wow. At Gia Music, go and show her some love. She's so like edgy and intense and awesome, and she's the sweetest person to balance it all out. Love you, man. Please give us a bow, yeah, with an H, yeah. Thank you, we love you. And the work behind the scenes there on the bass, the beats, absolutely awesome.
Yeah,
what a Wednesday, guys.
It's brilliant, man. I love the diversity of South African music artists, man. I spoke to you about it a little bit earlier on. We've got such a rich culture of music in South Africa. It's something to be very, very proud of. So well done, Gia.
And our range as well. I mean, it ranges from, you can one day have Busiswa on the stage here on the Expresso show, have Zodo Abantu the next day, and then have someone like gear who just gives you angel awesomeness.
Who's on tomorrow?
PH Fat.
PH.
Yeah,
Case in point, man. Absolutely love it. And I'm struggling a little bit with a complete lack of sleep at the moment. My little Bubba, as beautiful and awesome as he is, just isn't sleeping. He's going through one of those developmental phases that is proving to be quite a challenge. And that's our baby talk tomorrow. We're looking at early development in our children. Of course, there are things you can do, and otherwise you've just got to grin and bear it, man, and survive.
Dude, you make it look good. Don't stress, man.
I don't know about that, buddy. You know, you say teamwork makes the dream work, and that's what happens with a family. But we've got some wonderful advice, and it's always an awesome and enlightening chat.
Absolutely. We also got some summertime fashion do's and don'ts with Nick Strillitz. I'm sure you're going to be grilling Nick tomorrow.
Grilling is such a strong word. I never grill.
Hey, whatever.
Fry, but never grill.
Nick Strillitz, everybody. Yay.
Lightly brown.
Of course, you have a chance to win some more money and awesome prizes tomorrow because you're going to be spinning the wheel.
Do you know what? Like, the wheel is the most lit part of my day. The coffee machine was big, but
Did someone
think...
take the coffee machine?
Do you know what happened yesterday was I actually touched a number and then it happened.
Wow.
So tomorrow I am touching the number for you and we'll see what happens.
Oh, you better enter though. We love you guys. Thank you so much for such an inspirational show. Adios, muchachos. Mwah. Mwah.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Nada. Feel Good production.